Well, hello all, and welcome back to the spooky stream. My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here once again with my lovely wife, Mrs. Jo Guthrie. How are you tonight, my love?
Très bien.
Très bien?
Très bien.
Merci, et vous?
Merci. Très, très bien.
It has been a dog's age since we've all hung out.
It has been. It's been too long. Hi, everybody.
Too long, some would say. Is this game just silent? Whoa.
Whoa. Wowie, wowie.
That was odd, but okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hi, one and all. Let's just turn that music down for a second.
Marvin says Happy Easter. I hope everybody got chocolate today and is eating chocolate.
Happy Easter, everybody. If you partake, you do you. Yeah. It's been a bit.
We're not the religious version of Easterites.
No,
we
but
are
we're
the
parent version.
chocolate hiding version.
Oh, it was so cute. Henry.
We'll have to remind ourselves not to show this to Henry.
Why? The Easter Bunny had lots of chocolate. What are you talking about?
I mean...
You got it. You can't do that anymore. You got to think. You got to think it ahead. But the kids woke up this morning and found lots of beautiful eggs that the Easter Bunny had hidden.
It was Marie's favorite first Easter, and she was running all over the place picking up eggs, and Henry was helping her, and it was very cute.
It was very, very cute. But yeah, it's been a weekend. We've had Joe's parents with us, which was...
We're not going to talk about that.
Wonderful. And we did a bunch of fun family stuff, but that's... Who cares? Who cares about the fun family stuff?
Everybody
What
cares.
I want to say is it's Friday night, a.k.a. Sunday night. I think most people have some sense of tomorrow off.
Lots of people do.
Yeah. So that's why we kind of somewhat impromptu. It's 4:20. Blaze it. Decided to do it tonight because it would be, the way it is. Just the way it is. The way it's fun.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Man, I was on Instagram earlier tonight.
You?
And there is this potter.
Okay.
Not Harry, but Sarah Ladd's, Eddie Ceramics.
Sure.
Who has made a malevolent cup.
Oh, cool.
Which I didn't even see. They just tagged me in the story. Check this out. Isn't that wicked?
Very cool.
Isn't that amazing? I tried to instantly buy it.
Really beautiful.
They don't ship to Canada.
Oh.
So I messaged. I was like, no. But yeah, there's a mug that they made. But I was on Instagram, and whenever a new episode comes out, a bunch of people, maybe some are here. I know some friends are here that do this too. People are like, oh, I love Malevolent, and they tag me, and I just instantly reblog it. So my feed, my story ends up being just
full of
reblogging. Right? Is that annoying? Is that a bad thing?
That's not a bad thing.
Well, I know you love me, but I'm asking the public. Is that a thing you shouldn't do? Because I don't really know. To me, it's easy and it's fun.
We're
it's
getting
a good way
old.
To be
we don't know how to social media.
I don't know how to
anymore.
social media, so you let me know. I know you can't see the mug. You go look for it. I said the name.
You got
I already put my phone down.
Muglevolent.
Muglevolent. Arthur, drink it from
Fangirl Shipper
my
says,
cup.
I love it.
Okay.
Oakley says, no, it's awesome.
I don't know. I saw something, and it was a vague reference to it. I don't remember
you?
what. Yeah, I think it was on Blue Sky or something, and someone was kind of like, oh, Harlan does this the whole time. And I didn't know if it was positive or negative. There was no tone indicator.
I don't know. People can eat your butt if they don't like it.
Eat my butt?
Yeah, guys.
That sounds like a sexy thing.
No,
eat my ass.
in the
negative way.
Yeah.
Suck my butt. All my disses are still positive. Suck my dick is wait, but well. Anyway, this is an 18+ stream, a mature stream, of course, but 18+ for us. Chat stays PG-13 at most. Maybe a little R in the violence section, but not in terms of content, especially not sexual. But Joe and I, we get free reign because this is our show. It's like we're on stage and we can do whatever we want. That being said, the curtain has dropped. Come on, join the couch, the Jean-colored couch. It's colored tonight, not covered.
Oh.
I had to get the cover...
You had to wash it?
I had to wash it.
Did someone throw up?
I know, but lots of snots being
yeah,
wiped
that's fair.
and stuff.
That's fair.
No, but it'll be here in 10 minutes or something. I don't know.
It's in the dryer.
But yeah.
When the dryer goes off, when it buzzes, can someone grab it? And then it's really annoying to fit cover things on cushions.
I know. Covers in general.
'Cause they're
And
too
fitted sheets
snug.
and all that sucks. There you go. Queen found it. Sarah Lads.
Eddie Ceramics.
Someone asked, and I just messaged them. I said, oh, it doesn't ship to Canada. I mean, I would pay for shipping to Canada somehow. Oh, in Disneyland.
Yeah, Meg says hi from Disneyland.
Wow. That's fun.
She goes to Disneyland like she's got a pass. She goes like every week.
The Jouch is not real, but the Jouch Jubber is in the dryer. It's dryer.
Dryer.
Yeah, it was a great weekend though. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I cooked lots of good meals. We went lots of family-friendly places.
We went to a fun farm.
A fun farm.
We saw a goat.
saw a ghost.
A ghost of a goat.
A goat ghost. And yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you guys, there was this, it's like this Easter themed farm event that happened this weekend, and the kids had an egg hunt as a portion of this family fun day.
Yeah.
And then someone was walking around in a bunny suit saying there are 6 golden eggs hidden around the farm, and if you find one, bring it to guest services, and there is going to be a special surprise for you. And we go into this tent, and the kids are decorating eggs, and Harlan finds kind of a translucent yellow-ish egg, and he was like,
hold on,
this is a golden egg.
Be fair.
And I was like,
it was translucent gold. It wasn't translucent yellow.
It was kind of brown looking to
I
me.
would say it was more okay, but so for the listeners, if Joe started off saying it was yellow and then she said it was more brown looking, you with deductive reasoning can figure out that it probably didn't look yellow. Which is great. You did enough that I needed you to do. Because you changed, because you're like, well, it's yellow. Well, it was brown. Well, what do yellow and brown kind of look like when they're translucent?
Like clear plastic. It was not metallic
Just
at
saying.
all.
I know. Hold on. I didn't say it was a golden egg.
You said you thought it was the golden egg.
I said I thought it was, and then what did I say? We should ask. That's all I said.
Yeah.
And both Joe and her father were like, no. Oh, no. It looked way more golden than that.
It was darker brown than that.
It was dark,
but it was
translucent, gold looking.
Yeah.
I would love to find a picture of it to see, and then have everyone vote and figure out what they thought.
Harlan ended up putting it back, and then later on in the day, he was like, "I think I found the egg," and then
I had
never.
No, it was more translucent than that.
Yeah,
as well.
It was like that color but clear.
Sorry, I'm responding to Luna.
Yeah,
I don't know how many egg pictures are coming in.
People are gonna post all the egg pictures anyway. So I think Harlan secretly deserves a prize, probably.
Whoa, me?
Yeah,
little old me.
I think you probably deserve a prize. I feel bad for not supporting you.
I never get no prizes.
Egg.
Oh, well, good. Zill spent all day playing Slay the Princess. You know what I've been playing nonstop?
Tell us.
Blue Prince. Highly recommend Blue Prince.
BLUE space.
A puzzle game. Yeah.
PRINCE.
I think you probably heard it. A lot of people have played it already, and it's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Oh, Luna, thank you for the Ko-Fi link.
Thank you, Luna.
I mean,
if you believe Harlan deserves a little golden egg treat.
If you send me a golden egg treat, I can't say I won't be reading out them, or I won't be saying things in character.
Oh, Harlan.
Who knows? We'll see. Tonight I'm feeling saucy.
Pardon me?
Hold on, Blue Prince.
Should we pause the stream?
I just wanted to say Blue Prince, check it out. It's phenomenal. Yes, that's the game, Queen. Thank you. It is so fun. I have put probably 30 hours into it. It's a puzzle game, so if you like puzzles.
Yeah.
I've been playing that and watching British television shows. So that's my comparative. Which I watched all of Peep Show, which is phenomenal. I've never seen it before, so if you've never watched Peep Show, watch it all. 9 seasons, but they're British, so each season's like an hour. But then I watched Toast of London, and I think I kind of hate it. It's right on the edge. There's some wonderful weirdness to it. I like Matt Berry. It's very absurdist, which is my style. But there's at least one song in every episode that I hate. And the story is fine. And some of the characters are really stupid, and it's kind of, there's a lot of I don't know. It's right on the edge. Oh, thank you, Carrot Cup Jester.
From my perspective, I've been listening only
Carrot Cup Jester.
Oh,
sorry.
I've been listening only to Toast of London versus Peep Show, and because I'm at a different workstation, PlayStation, whatever, than Harlan, and I agree.
PlayStation. Listen, Toast of London
great.
has some real highs because the Clem Fandango shit.
It's okay.
It's very funny in context. He's like, Clem Fandango, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Like, always with the fucking... It's a very funny repeating joke. But, man, there's some real downside. But Peep Show is so good that I finished it, watched all of Toast of London, and now I'm going back and rewatching Peep Show because I was like, Merrick's Moon and Luna and Carrot Cup Juster. Thank you so much.
Are people donating?
Yes.
Aww.
Yes.
You can't do. That's the
I
thing.
can do.
I like the voice, the Matt Berry voice, in 10-second spurts.
It's very great.
And then if it goes on longer than that, I don't like it anymore.
You know what a good way to put maybe Toast of London
Tell
is?
me.
A non-bingeable show. Because I would bet if you watched it every week or something. Yes, I've seen a bit of Fry and Laurie. Love that kind of humor. But I was really looking for British shows. Oh, you know what else I watched? Ludwig. Which with
what's his name?
David Mitchell,
There you go.
who I love him from When I Lie to You. That's what made me watch Peep Show. And then after finishing Peep Show, I was missing, so I watched Ludwig, which is awesome. Loved it. Oh, I love Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, and he's perfect in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place because anyway, whatever. We're off topic.
What is the topic?
Oh, Graham, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Moss. The topic is back on topic. We're going to play this game in 2 seconds. I will say, huge shout out, appreciation for the... Oh, thank you, Queen! And Rotten Little Flea. I'm going to have to do my real voice in a second. Or character voices from the show. Huge thank you to everybody who listened to the finale of Season 5 of Malevolent.
Oh, how good was that, everyone?
Holy crap. No spoilers for patrons. In, I guess, less than 2 weeks now. Da Capo, the interlude, will be premiering on YouTube. I hope you're all there. I'm going to be there. We're going to be listening.
It's going to be
all
great.
that kind of fun stuff. But the patrons have already listened to Da Capo. So if you want to hear, if you want to hear it tonight, you could become a patron. It's probably the best interlude I've ever done, and it's probably the biggest. You can talk about episode 52 absolutely. In fact, I'll answer questions about 52 if you want, little ones. But Da Capo, you can listen to it right now. Season 6 officially starts. Technically, officially starts. It already has, but technically officially starts this Monday for patrons.
Tomorrow.
Joe's already heard it.
It's
I'm
phenomenal.
Really excited about it.
I'm not going to spoil it, even though I want to.
Yes. I'm really proud. A lot of people liked the season 5 finale. At 52. As 52, I was really proud of this song, The Wager. I've listened to it a lot, embarrassingly. Now that it's out, I can kind of feel good about it. But they're also all available on Spotify, so you can check them out. Anyway, I don't want to do all this at the beginning. Let's get into the game. We're playing Stygian.
Let's just do it.
Which sounds like something in your eye, doesn't it?
Yeah, because a sty is
Stygian.
a thing in your eye.
Yeah, that's why. Stygian. Welcome to Early Access. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that. I thought this game was out. Still in development.
Oh, no.
Nerd. Roses of Envy. I don't know if you've heard the piano-only version of The Wager yet, but it is on Spotify. I released it mainly for you. Pew. Oh, that's cool, Florida man. All right, do we want easy, normal, or hard?
We're normals.
I'm normal.
You want to do easy?
You are getting an interview, yes. I think I'm going to release the interview for patrons.
End of May?
No, for patrons.
Oh, for
It
patrons.
could come out now, for all I care. I didn't think about that.
Well, tomorrow's going to be a nice treat for them.
I could release it tomorrow morning.
Ooh.
The patrons, I'm not, to be crystal clear, I'm not worried about, content releasing for the patrons because you all...
They get stuff every week.
Well, I was going to say you're all gracious enough to donate or pay me or whatever. So, to me, as soon as it's ready, it's ready. And they're just going to be direct Google links. So maybe I'll do them tomorrow morning.
Rebecca thinks we're pronouncing Stygian. It should be Stygian.
I was being funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or Stygian?
I think it's Stygian, maybe.
No, it's
Who knows?
the G is gentle. Stygian.
So maybe I'll release it tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow we'll say 6 o'clock will be the season 6 opener, which will be fun. Thank you, Izzy, for the donation. Thank you, Izzy, for the donation. I'm Antoine. Oh, Rotten Little Flea also sent me a donation. Thank you so much. This is so beautiful. Yeah, tomorrow morning or something. Let's find out.
Cool. That sounds good.
It's a long
the
one, too.
interview
It's
will
like-
be public eventually.
Which one? Yes, and then the interview, I think my current plan is DiCapo releases end of April.
Yeah.
I think I might do May as a month off.
So interview
I think
in
the
May?
interview might come out in May, and
Cool.
then I think season 6 sort of officially will start with part 53 in June.
Sick.
Selfishly, because the people who aren't patrons, I hope you sign up to watch it
Yeah.
or listen. Truth be told, this is what makes me allow to buy my wife pizza, and she want pizza.
Well, this is honestly how the rent gets paid.
This is how the rent gets paid. Thank you, Rotten Little Flea, for rent. Oh, guys, I can't believe we died. Oh yeah, we totally fucking died last episode, but we're back, baby, tonight.
You said you weren't gonna show them until later.
Fuck it.
The episode.
Who?
What?
What? Who? So we died.
That was the episode. You're giving them a sneak peek to the episode.
52.
I know. I'm just joking that the voices that you're doing is like the next episode.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
season 6.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Let's turn up.
Just a bunch of rats says, well, you've convinced me to join the Patreon.
Ooh,
Thanks,
thank you,
guys.
just a bunch of rats. I appreciate it very, very much, sincerely. What do I need to move up, though? Oh, this. Y-axis? What's the Y-axis? I'm just a bunch of rats. Hanging out. Don't know what to do. Just a bunch of rats. Trying to take a poo.
No. Wake up, Jack. Wake up.
My name is Jack. Alright, listen, if this is early access, let's voice this thing. I'll voice this thing myself.
Yeah.
Who is it? Arthur?
Definitely Arthur.
Let's see if this will be non-canonical season 6. Oh my god, this is awful. It's like this is now way too fast and this is still way too slow. Let's try that. Let's try that. You can see I like the even numbers. Where am I? Why is my name Jack? I don't understand. But I think the donations from Ko-Fi have been allowing me to sense something. John, are you there? Yes. Pull out your lighter, I can feel it. This lighter? Yes. It's not real. Open your eyes, you fool. That's supposed to be Arthur. I don't really know. Maybe I shouldn't have turned the voices off. But we got a lighter. Maybe this is malevolent coded.
Peppers says, speaking of voices, the original voice actor for the animatic you did sends his compliments. He thinks you did really well, Harlan.
Oh, really?
That's very cool.
That's fun. Who's the original voice actor?
I don't know, but he liked it.
Where have I seen this? Have I ever seen this? John, have we seen this before? I don't think so. It looks like tall gravestones. No, it doesn't. What? No, it doesn't. I've seen gravestones before. Well, so have I. Deja vu. I can almost hear his voice. Don't think, Arthur. That's your mercy. Stick it in the hole.
Those eyes on top, they kind of look like them.
They're fries.
Delicious.
French fries. You're hungry.
Yep.
Arthur, there's another one under here. Punk. Oh. Just like when we were at that place.
That's John's favorite thing is making Arthur walk into stuff.
Yeah, remember there was an episode that happened.
Yeah.
Guys, do you remember in Malevolent when there was an episode?
Was it right before the hotel when they're getting off of the beach?
Do you think I'll ever get to that point where I get to be at a convention and, like, for some reason, someone will come up to me and be like, in after episode 42, you know, the way that, like, the nerds in
like
Star
a
Wars.
Star Trek?
Yeah,
one?
Star Trek.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I want. One day I'll have a quiet night, probably when I'm dead. I need to wash. Victoria will be here soon after all these years. Oh, that's lovely outside. Dear Mr. Harrison, Please expect a formal request for your presence to discuss the list of inherited assets from your father, Percival. Further correspondence shall follow in post. Sincerely, Mr. Demelde. So this is a spin-off where Percival
Is our daddy.
is daddy.
Who knows? Maybe Percival was Arthur's dad's real name.
Mr. Harrison, I'm glad you finally answered my call. I have been ever so patient. Apologies, I've been busy. I shall sort out my father's affairs next week. His affairs will not matter soon. Can you feel it within? The stirring begins. Sorry, who the hell is this? Answer me. Is chaos a necessity for a well-oiled world? I would say we cannot exist without a modicum of it. What is this about? Find me beyond the gate. Before the black day. Is this some kind of joke? I'm too tired for this nonsense. Bollocks.
White Lotus.
What?
Mother's favorite when she was alive.
My voice is better than this. Game like this should be British for some reason. Whoa, I have dukes?
You can duke him up.
Apparently.
Oh! Dodge that.
Bird.
Bucko.
AKA certified super lesbian. Thank you. Typical Arkham gloom. Perpetual misery. Oh, this actually takes place in Arkham?
This is great.
That's cool. Is this Arthur's office? No, this is too much of a house.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be. Cold in here. I need to find that damn draft. A sack of flesh stares back at you. Whoa.
This feels a little bit like
Malevolent?
a little bit of Malevolent, a little bit of fucking God damn it. What is that game?
Pizza? Vitality comes natural. My brain is sharp. I am expendable. I am unexpendable. Nothing can slow me down. I mean, that's pretty Arthur coded. He's smart, but not meant to be super sharp. He's just like
His constitution is super high.
I was gonna say, yeah. Yet balance and all the thing that sets me below.
Disco Elysium, thank you, Ghost.
I was never a thinker. No, I've always felt sickly.
No.
Sure.
Really?
Well, I had to balance something. It was either that or my brain. Fright is a natural response to mortality, but I do not fear the infliction of pain. This vacant gap of fear must be filled. A spiraling descent of sanity that unleashes forces I cannot fight. Okay. My adventurous youth bore much curiosity. Above all, one thing intrigued me. People and how to work with them. The intricate battle with locks. The very thing I dislike. The occult. I tire of this visage before me. But lastly, something impedes my interests. The complexity of the humans around me when I cannot be my own key to a lock. Oh, I wouldn't have done that. This I would have changed, but everything else feels good. Do I have to? I don't want to start over for all. Well, fuck it. Let's do it. We did I'm expendable. I feel sickly. We did the infliction of pain. We'll do elemental forces.
The occult, number 3.
Yeah.
And then
And
when
we'll
I
do
cannot
this.
be my
Lock
own.
picking. Okay, sure. Let's go with it. That's more Arthur.
Excellent.
You look like the face of a man knocked the fuck. All right. These Ko-Fi donations that are coming in. What do we want?
Oh my
for
god,
the voices?
Parker is so Kim coded.
No, I woke up. I'm awake. Whoa. All right. Put my dukes up. What the fuck? Oh my god. I didn't even get to explore very much. I wasn't ready. Bags are packed, yet my mind is unsure. Not a word from her since the days of our youth, and then a sudden invite. Covered so much over the years. So this is a Call of Cthulhu game where we're basically already starting insane.
Great.
You've lost it.
Unless
Unless. Open? Allows the... Oh. Ooh, speak with what?
That's
Allows the ability to speak with... What game is this?
I don't know, but I'm loving it.
Increases damage dealt from behind. Perfect block. I mean, probably stealth. That sounds the most useful. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Victoria. Oh, she's there. Gosh, I really need to clean.
Yeah, what happened here?
I'm quite embarrassed by how atrocious this looks. To share a dream is an intimacy, an embrace of two in the mind of one. Yet when is a dream not a dream? When it is a vision. When it is vision. The one beyond the present. Are we all mad? Or looking through the eyes of another?
What if this is after Faro and after Tess?
Oh, no Arthur. Or no John.
John's here. This is AU. But no Parker.
It'd be easier to not do John. 'Cause right now, John doesn't have anything to do.
That's true.
As we can see.
Really?
All right. AU. Let's see. October 3rd, 1920. So it would be before. Years have passed since our teenage escapades, so forgive my unexpected intrusion. I write with a strange request. Oh, thank you for the donation, Nukuome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. I write with a strange request. Miskatonic University is funding an expedition to the fabled Kingsport, and I want you to join me. Stanley is unavailable, but suggested you may be interested when I share what he has discovered. Your skills will be invaluable. Victoria. That's you.
Jack, are you quite all right? Forgive me barging in, but I heard the most dreadful shouting.
Oh, Victoria, I'm fine. And my name is Arthur.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I have a concussion.
You look well.
I was always attuned to your lies. When your father was still here, he told Stanley, and therefore me, of your otherworldly night terrors. Why, it is good to see you.
I mean, your invite after many silent years. What's this all about?
My invite lied. Kingsport's mysteries croon to me, yet Stanley refuses like he's my actual father. You always had my back. I thought it could be the same now.
Well, why me?
Most hesitate to utter Kingsport. So convincing them is a trial. Plus my trust is sparse. We are estranged, Arthur, but not strangers, I hope. But in case my hopes dash against the rocks, your father is alive. Stanley insists Percival is in Kingsport. If not for me, come for him.
Impossible. Last time I saw Percival, it was on a train headed to Kingsport, and he was very sick. But I suppose if Stanley believes so, I should go. When do we depart?
There's that spark of enthusiasm, just as I remember. A sturdy little vessel waits at the docks for us and a few other curious minds. Then, Kingsport. Our journey will not be short. The waters of Arkham are restless. Are you ready for an adventure, like old times?
Like old times. Let's fuck out of here. Yes, I do sometimes read the chat. I saw someone say that. Really depends on the game and what's going on. A month's search, a bond unlost, in the eye of the storm Kingsport watched. November 7th. Outer gods.
Stygian.
Thank you, Mizra, for the donation. Thank you, time is fading like us, and I agree. Time is fading like us. Whoa, thank you,
guys.
Roses of Envy. Yes, I think I said this at the beginning, but Roses, I put the piano-only version of the wager for you
Aww.
on. I was like, Roses would like this. Victoria, by some cruel mercy, I'm alive. Victoria.
We look up and she's just like split. Stuck
impaled.
through. Yeah, fully.
Oh,
Oh no.
it's that kind of game.
You think the sharks will get us?
I don't know. Should I go back in? Do you think they're swimming?
Oh, that's bad.
You know what?
Whoops.
It was worth it. Oh no.
Oh.
Earth is all wet now.
Oh no.
Thank you, Florida Man, for the donation.
Thank you, everyone.
Florida Man, I've
Wow.
heard pre-tell of your escapades. I heard you got bitten by a crocodile.
And then you wrote it.
I made it to Kingsport. Oh, wait, I'm Arthur. I made it to Kingsport somehow in one piece after that catastrophe. I need to find Victoria. I pray she's gone further inland, and that the waves haven't consumed her. But if they have, fucking hell,
You
mate.
just hear a little voice, Arthur, help!
She's fine.
She's like
I don't hear anything.
barely clean.
I don't hear anything, do you? There's nothing out there. I know how to do this. Kapah! Kapah! Ah, yes.
This is good. This is a good game.
Fuck you.
I like
Great.
this game so far.
Oh, invincible. Another body. You're alive. Wounded man. I'm just going to loot your room first, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Ah, note. Oh, dearest Ma.
Oh, nice.
I forget how her voice is. A small check-in.
Not bad.
I pray that Charlie remains well, for the open air must surely be kinder than the war's ashen remnants. How fares little Johanna? Does she remain a cherub, or has the untamed spirit of childhood risen? It seems she has a true guiding light to Charlie. This is a different Marie. I await word of his progress. As always, my deepest gratitude. Charlie, Marie, I think this is canonical. I don't know what happened, but somehow, after Cain destroyed me, I find myself on a strange island with someone named Victoria. And a donation from Quinn!
Thanks, Quinn.
Thank you, Quinn. I'll read the donations tonight, Arthur. Oh, thank you. No problemo. Picture of a soldier. All right, let's talk to this clearly wounded man.
He's fine. He's faking it.
The wan hue of pine colours. The man skin. As he shifts, you notice a deep gash under his shirt, still weeping life's essence.
Wow. Tra-la-la.
Sir, my name is Arthur. I'm here to help. Mark! Mark, is that you?
So not listening.
What? What'd you say?
Our name's Arthur.
No, that's not our name.
I know, he's...
No, our fake name is Jack.
Oh.
No, our fake name is Jack. He's calling for Mark.
I know. He's not listening.
Oh, he's not listening?
It's not our name.
Should I just get mad?
You're being an asshole.
Actually, my name is not Mark, prick. Has Joanna returned? There's not but void. Why can I see nothing? Help me, Mark. I'll find something to stem the wound. Believe me, I'm good at it. Boo-ka-joo-ka-doo-boo. That's right, Arthur. We've sewn each other up more times than we can count.
This crate will work.
I missed him. Right. Oh. Oh. Well, that just came out of nowhere.
Excellent. Now I feel good.
Let me carry this crate. Does he have anything else? Extinguish the candle. Okay. Well, hold... Oh, that's not good.
Queen wants to know what my favorite part of 52 was.
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably when Yorick got curb stomped.
Master, I...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What's that?
Uh-oh. Oh, no. You just made him mad.
Lay down, doggy.
Nice.
Good line. Oh, I got some golden teeth.
You got the golden teeth. You got the golden teeth.
You got my golden teeth. And
Oh,
I
nice,
can
Saffron.
sing.
Good pull.
Oh, I forgot
Knife
about
window.
that.
That was
Knife window.
great.
I've got a rag. Oh, no, there's a skull there. No fun.
No fun.
No fun. What's back here?
So we got one dog bite.
We got what it takes. What's this?
Hello?
Okay. The boon is unveiled. Oh, it's a little hidden box. Look. Thank you, Doc T, for the donation. Really appreciate it. I don't know if your name is Duck Teeth or Doc Teeth, but I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're pretty damn cool. Thank you, Zill Street, Liz. I'd love to live on Zill Street
Same. If Liz is there.
if cool Liz is there. That's right, you're cool Liz.
Marino, I'll put this plainly. The amendment's been passed and all the powers that be are tightening the noose on all of our throats. If you want to supply and keep flowing into that sorry excuse of a pub you call business, you'll have to cough it up. P.S. Don't bother threatening me with Waxface and his goons. Send whatever lackey you want to pick this up. He has no authority in Kingsport.
That's a fucking great voice, Harlan.
Well, I need voices for season 6.
You just burned it, though.
No,
You're testing it out.
I'm tasting it out to see if it sounds too silly.
I love it.
Well, good.
It's very good.
It's coming back.
How are we going to remember it? What's it?
Someone timestamp this and send it to me so I don't forget. It's like a soft Scottish
It's really good. It reminds me of one of the
Monty
actors
Python.
from The Hobbit,
Yes, that's right.
from Lord of the Rings.
Billy Boyd.
Thank you.
Yep.
Reminds me of Billy Boyd a little
But
bit.
a little softer.
Mhm.
It's Billy Boyd in real life, not as the character.
Ah, that's it.
But he does talk like this sometimes too.
That's when he's feeling a little bit sassy.
Wee sassy boy. All right, where was that picture?
There's crafting in this game. There must be.
You're crafting. Zill Street.
How does Harlan have more voices still? You guys don't even know it. You guys don't even know the half.
Ducky.
He'll just be like walking around the kitchen and he'll pull out a voice that I've never heard before. Just making a goof and a giggle.
Making a goof.
Making a giggle. Where was that? Let me take a closer look.
Femboy butcher.
Alright, it's next to the water. It's next to our house with a door. That boarded up window. The frame rate of this game is atrocious.
It is.
I will say.
You can tell it's
Not polished.
not polished.
But it's just a demo. It looks like it's out here, maybe. Could it be right there? Yeah, that's it.
Well done.
Rag and the stamina stimulant. I am having a tough time figuring out what this game wants to be. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you know what I mean.
Can we just shove some rags?
Oh,
in
we
his
gotta
wound?
make it.
Ah.
Bandage. Bandage. Maybe might as well make a lot. Here. Have a bandage. Hey Harlan, what do you think makes a good writer? Do you think it's essential for any writer to read a lot of books? What is something essentially personally for you? Wow, I don't know what your name because it's
Great
changed
question.
for streaming
Legion
mode.
Adam.
Ah, Legion. What makes a good writer? Oh, I don't know. I mean, anyone could be a good writer. I think you just have to have a story to tell, have a unique voice, maybe. I don't think it's essential to read a lot of books, but I do think it's essential to consume a lot of stories. And I think there's an old adage, or rather a lot of famous writers talk a lot about how important it is to read, and I think they're absolutely right. But I think in the time that they grew up, reading was the way to get a bunch of stories. You know what I mean? Like when Stephen King was growing up, the TV shows were like, you know, Howdy Doody or whatever. like they were like
Sure.
westerns that were like 30-minute
Very
episodes.
iterative.
Exactly. And as he grew older, I would imagine those stories expanded. So I don't think that it's a necessity to read a lot. I think that helps with finding your voice and maybe being articulate in what you're, in the way you're choosing to tell your story. But I'm not an expert at that at all. I think in terms of a unique story, you don't need to be especially a good writer. You just need to be creative and have discipline. I've talked about it before, but man, discipline is so important, you know, to sit down and be able to write 80,000 words or even 1,000 words every week takes a lot of discipline. And if you struggle with that, you can absolutely stretch that muscle like anything. Stretch the muscle of discipline. Set little goals for yourself. Make your bed every day. And eventually you'll find yourself unable to start your day without making your bed, and then you carry that logic over to something that you're passionate about, like writing.
They also asked, what is something that is essential personally for you? What a shockingly thoughtful question.
In writing?
I don't know.
Like for writing?
They don't clarify, but I would presume so.
What's something that's essentially personal?
Yeah. Something that is essential for you.
Oh, essential. In writing? Oh, man. I mean, time. Like space. Joe and I do a lot of communication in terms of like me setting up my day. You know what I
understand
mean?
what you mean.
It would be impossible without the time. And that is a privilege given to me by my amazing wife and my amazing
Aw.
life. But it's true. Malevolent would not exist without Joe for many reasons, but one of them being that before it ever existed, you know, I was out of a job and Joe was working and pulling an income for both of us. And it was amazing that she trusted me to be like, oh no, I can carry you for a bit, or carry us for a bit, I should say. And that trust made me feel responsible, frankly, for making us, you know, successful to a degree, but also like having that in my head was essential to create. But you gave me the time to do it, and even now to this day, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna be writing this day. Can you do this, or you know, is that gonna affect your plans? And I'm very, very privileged that I had that ability at the beginning, and I'm very privileged now that I have the time to write. A lot of people don't have that time, but you know, I also think if you're creative, you find the space anyway. I wrote a book that will probably never get published, but an entire children's novel while I was working at a water cooler company. Now, that probably says more about the effort of work I put in there, but also my desire to create has been long withstanding or whatever. So I have read the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. Oh, sorry, I've read half of it. I've read The Gunslinger, I read The Two Towers, I read half of the next one, and at that time there were only 6 books. I think now there's like 8 or whatever. So I had read 8 of them. Yeah, that's the novel, The Code. Liz read it. Is Liz here? I don't think so.
No, I think she's...
Liz read it.
sleeping
I can't remember what they said, but it's not a very good book. I would probably say it's like a 3.5 out of 5 at the most. I think that's what she gave it to, like a 6 out of 10. Or I guess 3 out of 5. But part of me just wants to get it out there and publish it because I think it'd be fun. But anyway, good question. And
Great
I just saw another
question.
question and I forgot it. But if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. And feel in talking to you tonight, especially for the people that are sending donations. 0 time. If people who are sending Ko-Fi donations have questions, y'all get priority because I appreciate it. Pog, can you give me a synopsis? I don't know what that means. But Jeff, by the way, I saw your post about this game. Jeff, this is why I bought it.
Jeff always has the best.
Yeah,
Game
it's a shame because
suggestions.
I looked, and no shade on anybody, but I looked in the Spooky Stream channel that I had created, and Jeff recommended like, this game, and I saw it. I was like, cool. And I left. And then someone stepped in, very well intentioned, and was like, hey, there's a channel for this. And then Jeff deleted his comment and I guess reposted it. And I was like, damn it. Like, I don't
It doesn't count when it's Jeff. Jeff gets to post wherever.
It's kind of true, but also I don't mind if a suggestion or two are in the Spooky Stream, but
Yeah.
I do appreciate someone stepping in and saying something. Play of the game, which means yay. I don't remember honestly what the code is about. It's about a kid who finds a disc who allows him to basically step into a fantasy world. I have no connection to the material. I literally wrote it because Justin was narrating Game Lit at the time, and he said, if you write a Game Lit book, I will narrate it for you. So I was like, okay. So I wrote that basically because he said he would do it, which he did a bit of. But anyway. Thank you, Rotten Little Flea, for the donation.
Thanks, guys.
And bottle of milk. Thank you so much. We have played The Baby in Yellow. It was amazing.
It was very good.
Let me help you. Yeah, let's give him the bandage.
Yeah, definitely.
You bind his wound and his form slacking slightly. With half-lidded eyes, he pulls a key from his pocket. Whoa, we got a key from his pocket.
Well done.
This one? Gates key. Ah. So I bet the game had different ways that you could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Wait,
the synopsis.
You could have waited for him to die and then just taken it from him.
I should have, really. Yeah. Did I kill a bird?
Sounded like it landed on a crow.
All right. We're inside. First puzzle passed. Oh.
Well done.
Now, do you think these are villains?
Yeah, probably.
That's a lot of them. Oh, it's a cutscene.
Excellent.
Rotten little flea or bottle of milk. If you have questions, you let me know. I mean, flea, you're awesome. You can always ask questions. Victoria's here. Oh, is she part of the cult? Did she trick me to get here? Do you think that's what she did? Is she a messy pea? What a bizarre mirror. Are these Oh, I saved it. Mark, it's done. Us keepers finally pulled off something worth a damn. Even that other Brasco Owen lent a hand. Guess he's come around. Fingers crossed his magic keeps it shut for safekeeping. Owen, corporate hovel. Me, next to the king's collar. Never ceased to be ugly. Big Joe, still renting, but he's got a great idea to hide it. Concerning. I don't know what any of that means. Thank you for the donation, Luna. Wait. Thank you for the donation, Luna. I appreciate you so much.
Ajax wants to know what your favorite part of episode 52 was.
The wager.
Yeah.
Listen.
I was joking around with the Yorick comment.
I spent time making that musical piece, but the minute that moment lands, it does make me feel very proud. And he's like, what's the line? He says something like, I'm not gonna whatever. I'm not gonna wake him. I'm gonna kill him. Boom. I think that's really cool. And I think honestly, it's that much better because of the band striking up and failing like twice before, which wasn't an idea I had until I wrote it, which was really fun.
You've had that line in your head for years now?
Yes. Well, yes, quite a long time.
Steady now. I do not want to see your brain leak out all of your brain leak out of all your orifices. Okay. Sorry.
My head is ringing.
You're
There
not
are
fully
three
shielded
lights.
against the unknown. It's a miracle your brain hasn't outright recoiled.
Something is seriously wrong. We need to leave. I have a knife.
There are no boats, and do not forget your father. Something dark brews here, but perhaps an opportunity has risen. A true expedition.
I refuse to get involved. My father wouldn't have stayed here.
Consider, we save ourselves and this town. Methinks Miskatonic University won't ignore our feats, and do not underestimate Percival's curiosity.
What do we want to do?
A festering malaise flows from Brasco's mansion.
Well, we investigate the mansion. Let's go.
Blah, blue, blue.
If my father can see us now, we'll head out. Stay
Bloop,
safe.
Bleep, bloop, bloop, bloop.
You always have a feeling. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I'm loving this game in certain aspects. I wish the frame rate was better. But beyond that,
Pish posh.
pish posh. I mean, I could probably fuck around with it. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you could make it run better.
Could I? Maybe vertical sync.
Definitely can.
Only works if it's on full screen. Let's try a little full
Ooh,
screen.
Luna Maria says, I love the part in the wager when Cain reveals the Bone Citadel and Bone Throne, and we get the gentle piano and cello and the note climb and pitch when Cain mocks them right after.
Oh, wow. Good pull.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is any better, is it?
Grace says, I tossed a Ko-Fi your way earlier under Lizard Draws, but I wanted to know which new character was the most fun to voice in Season 5.
Whoa. Joe's going to have to go through and read every character.
So we had Mother Darkness, the Hag, Malum. We had, obviously, Lilith voice reveal, kind of. She's kind of scratchy, though.
I mean, she's scratchy.
Then we had Lord Everard, Barnabas, Gerard, Langward. Aaliyah doesn't speak. Antoine. What's the knight's name?
Vale.
Vale, Surveil. And that's it, right?
Yeah,
That's pretty much
think
everybody?
I think it's Antoine.
Yeah, Antoine's fine.
I think it's a toss-up between Antoine and Yorick, but the problem is Yorick
Yorick, obviously.
really fucked up my voice.
You didn't like voicing Yorick.
I didn't like editing the clacks.
Yes.
but I cut them because the clacks. And listen, I get it, but it was just I had a narrative reason to stop it, but I guess it was.
Oh, I missed the
kinda lazy.
friar as well. Thank you.
I liked him too.
I like your hag voice the most.
Well, she talks like this.
Yeah, it was really good.
You think you're special?
Yeah, she wasn't pitched either, which is cool.
No, you did a great job at her.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's the one I said, which I forgot.
You said Antoine.
Yeah. Because Anton was so seamless, and there's really only one place it could work, which was that time and place. Everything else kind of feels like it's out of place.
Perfect deferential voice too,
Yes,
as
my
he
lord.
was like a squire, right?
Right, yes, my lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus I can pull them out of anywhere. Good question, though. Great question.
Great question.
Next question.
The hand sickle is cool as fuck. I
Isn't
agree.
it nice?
Whatcha?
Little rusty
Gotcha.
too. Little rusty, huh? Oh, look at that. Oh, huh? Put a little like that.
Peppers.
There you go.
Arthur in season 6 the whole time. It's a gif where he walks over and holds up a lantern and there's an evil monster lurking in the darkness and then he just walks away.
Yep, basically. Thank you for the donation from Cry. I hope you're
Thanks,
not crying
guys.
from fear. But thank you.
Bird says, here's a question if I may.
Bird absolutely was a patron, donator. So
When
thank
it comes to voice acting, highly emotional scenes like in The Wager, where John says, oh my God, does it take time to get into a mental space to act it? What does that look like for you, if yes?
You know, I've had this question a few times, and it doesn't take a long time to get into that mental space.
Well, listen, you wrote it. So
well,
you were thinking about it in your head the whole time you were writing
and I've
it.
said that before, but I'm starting to sort of change my thinking slightly. And I
Do tell.
Well, I think to a degree, I always have a tough time. Listen, I've always had a tough time with labels my entire life. Whether it be religion, sexuality, politics, whatever. I've always felt like the demand to label yourself is like something I don't typically enjoy. And to a degree, I think that, especially unhealthily, carried over into my work life, where I still struggle and continue to, and will in this conversation, to claim that I'm a writer, or you know what I mean, despite how much I've written and all that kind of stuff. So I think to a degree, every time that question comes up, I kind of say, well, I've wrote it, so it's easy for me to access that emotions. I am a little bit discounting the fact that I do think I'm a pretty good actor. And I think the truth of the matter is, especially when I enter the booth and I'm acting, I do tend to sort of have my emotions on my sleeve a little bit, and I've mentally prepared to access them in a way that allows me to pretty quickly switch into that. So when I'm reading the lines for John and or Arthur, I am, playing the scene out in my head, and I am accessing that feeling, the way actors do.
So you got good?
Well, and like I said, I think I've always struggled to kind of be like, that's the way I do things. But yeah, I think the truth is I sort of practiced and got to the point where, I think I became a much better actor. It's totally destructible.
I can confirm Harlan goes in the booth, basically does a single take, and then is done.
Yeah, but and I guess the big difference in terms of the way I'm starting to realize maybe it's just my quality of acting has gone up is because I can go into the booth and I will come out having cried. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
But I guess what I mean to say is the ability to access that emotion. If obviously the dynamics of being on camera would be very different, and I would have to get used to and comfortable with the environment. But I do believe that if I was in a scene and I was an actor, I could cry. I do have that ability. I can get there. So, I remember it was recent. Oh, it was the Antoine. It was in 52, Antoine dying. I was like, yeah, gonna go record, and Joe was just like playing with Marie in her room, and I came out, I was like, okay. Whew. Anyway, good question.
Yeah, it's usually one take.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Moon, for the donation.
Thanks, Moon.
Hell yeah, the moon is bright tonight, Moon.
You gonna kill them or just leave them alone?
Should we see?
They don't seem to care. Oh, never mind. Yep, they do. Sorry about your face, lady. Oh, that does hurt still.
I should have taken my chance.
Oh, can they, yeah, they can EVE.
Oh no. Oops. I brought you so quickly. Merrick's Moon. My question isn't interesting or malevolent. I just want to hear Red how his Easter was.
Is there a D&D equivalent of Easter?
Of course there is. There's a delicious D&D equivalent of Easter called Easter.
Did you decorate eggs?
Oh, no. I ate them accidentally. But that's not my fault. You know, things happen. Where did I go?
Harlan killing women, typical. Don't let Tumblr see this.
Jesus Christ. Tell me that was Peppers, or at least somebody.
It was Peppers. How did you
Because I
know?
was like, there's two types of people. People who say that I don't know. You know, it's
And then
like your
Peppers.
friends. Your friends can razz you.
That's true.
Peppers is officially a friend, as well as a few other people on the server. Like, I'm like, oh, they're cool. I know that they care about me and they're just having fun. But like, if some person I never knew said that, I would kind of be like,
Agreed.
You know, the way a villager in Minecraft.
Oh, you got 35 golden teeth?
Yeah, the
fuck?
problem is the save system in this sucks, so I gotta do everything I just did again. But I know where everything is, at least. Anyway, are there any other questions from people who have sent Ko-Fi?
I haven't seen
Riskier.
any. Pepper says, I'm allowed to be mean as a treat.
As a treat.
That's it.
I would die for you, man.
Oh, Carrot Cup Jester says,
There we go.
I have a season 5 question. I joined the Patreon just in time for the drop of chapter 44, and that has to be my favorite opening for any of the parts of the show. Did you ever consider using any other songs, or was Why Keep Breaking My Heart always the one? That song ended up being the most played last year, so it was a perfect fit. I'm just curious because I love all the music in the show.
That's a great question. Honestly, I think it just... Oh, man. Why that song? That was not an important song to, like, Joe and I. Like, it's... I literally think it came up one random time on my Spotify, you know, suggested music. And I was just like, this is, like, kind of funky. And it's, like, 60s Nina Simone.
It's a fabulous song.
It's great. But, I think I was looking for something obscure, but also familiar, and kind of with like a bit of mumbo to it, you know, like but mainly something that wasn't immediately like recognizable. I didn't want something that was like, you know, fucking Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's like, oh, I know this, hooked on a feeling. I wanted something that felt earned. Plus, listen, I think Malevolent is getting to that point where I'm hoping, you know, people will remember it or, you know, touch back on it in years. You know, it's becoming to the point where it's affected a lot of people's lives. You know, people have like had it tattooed on their body. And I know I can point to a number of movies or media where they have utilized a song for the first time and made it like iconic in that little niche world. You know what I mean? Like, you can now watch Beetlejuice and Shake Senora is like the thing. But before that, no one fucking gave a shit about Harry Belafonte. You know what I mean? It was like, oh yeah, he's fine, I guess. Like, it's good music, but... And honestly, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of that. And I thought, this is kind of a lesser-known Nina Simone song. Let's add it. So yeah, it was total luck, total random chance. Could have been any song. But sometimes
question.
you hear a song and you're just like, yeah.
Izzy says, can I ask about the Foley for 52? Just how? What vegetables are those?
I don't do the sound effects myself. It was all... Did I lose the sickle already? I think
I
it
thought
was in the,
you
I think it
picked
was
it
in the
up.
back of that monster, and I didn't grab it this time. I'm an idiot. The Foley was all sound bank, but no, honestly, I hate to admit it, but a lot of the Foley is just recycled from previous scenes. Like, Arthur's legs breaking in the end of 52 are
Yoink.
pretty much the same leg breaking.
It's the same legs.
Same legs.
So,
that
ooh,
king-
Roses of Envy asks, when it comes to composing, how do you start? Do you always do a particular instrument or melody bass line? Do you hop around to what catches your fancy?
Nice. Roses, I sit at my piano while usually the kids are playing or Joe is feeding Marie or whatever, and I play songs, and then I'll turn to Joe after 5 minutes to 20 and go, that sounded kind of cool, and she'll go, I wasn't listening. And then I'll play it again, and then she'll go, oh yeah, that does sound nice. And I'll say, okay, cool. It always piano, and then I'll try to recreate it on my little keyboard upstairs, or I will, I don't want to fight you. I'll try to recreate it on my keyboard upstairs, or I will replay it downstairs on my big piano and try to find a way to plug in the MIDI. This is where I fell the first time, but the sickle isn't there. Oh, I had it. Jesus Christ. It's so ridiculous. Okay, let's do that run again.
Graham says, using my Ko-Fi privileges to ask a burning question. There's
Burn
a
it.
decent chance Ren already asked this in the Q&A, but how many elements of Season 5 were taken from your plans for the Blackstone campaign? And which elements were they?
I spoke of it, but I don't think that was specifically a question that Ren asked. But maybe I'm wrong. Ren's not here, though, so let's say it anyway. By the way, Ren did a fantastic job, as always, and I'm really excited for you all to hear it. Shout out to Ren.
Shout out to Ren. Ren's great.
Shout out to Ren! Can I just jump over there?
Good job.
The Blackstone campaign, very much from its inception, was based around the murder mystery element that we see in parts, 48, 49, I think. Beyond that, there was really nothing else planned. So entirely open-ended. You can't really plot too much for a prospective campaign when you don't even know who the players are going to be or their characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I always knew I wanted to do a big old murder mystery at the beginning, and I got to do that in Blackstone. But I always had vague ideas of like, ooh, it'd be fun to see a witch and all that kind of stuff. Want to see a witch?
Moon asks, Harlan, is there anything in particular creativity-wise you're looking forward to in Season 6? Or is that a...
Creativity-wise?
Yeah, or is that something that you can't answer yet?
I mean, yeah, lots creativity-wise. Yes. But I don't want to answer it yet. I want everyone to go into Season 6 totally unknown for
Cool.
what to expect.
Rotten Little Flea says, finally thought of a question. Do you have a specific sigil or symbol in mind for the coin in Everard's tapestry, or is it more of a leave it to the listener type deal?
It's more of a leave it to the listener. I did originally when I yes, but problem is when it comes to like iconography and things like that, I'm just gonna do this run again. I hate fucking with like copyrights and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, did I not change the title of this game? Closing ceremonies, that's not right.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't wanna give credit to someone who could be a piece of shit, especially when I'm dealing with Lovecraft. And to find out where like a symbol came from first and foremost, someone might be messaging me in a year being like, "Oh, that's a symbol I wrote for my fanfic book or whatever." So I try to keep it like vague, unless some artist came to me and was like, like you, and was like, "Oh, here's how I did it." Then I could be like, "Cool, officially, Flea did the art, and this is what it looks like." You're the one who called my... I'm gonna hang up. There must be a way to
Dio or
reduce.
DYO says, what piano do you have?
Oh. I have a Yamaha clavatone from probably 1992, probably, if not a little after that. How do I get my sanity back? This is annoying. I hate games that do sanity. I do want you to go in blind. Pun intended.
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Noster. By using lesser-known music, your show gets to keep its unique flair. No baggage included. Sound effects are top-notch, by the way. Thank you. And I agree. Okay, there's got to be a way I can reduce sanity, because this is getting annoying.
Usually, like, if you, I don't know. Oh, if you play the piano, maybe?
Usually it's like
Do you have
drinking.
anything in your inventory?
I was looking. There's alcohol. Maybe this? Restore a small amount of... Oh, health.
Is there something you can make at a workbench, maybe?
There was only two things I could make, which was like a bandage and a... something else.
Moss asks, do you have a favorite line from season 5 or from the show as a whole? Hi, Yorick.
Oh, selfishly, I mean, there are a lot of lines from season 5 I'm very proud of. A lot of ones that people have, like, made art of and shit. Like, I will fight to exist. Or I will continue to fight to exist. Lines like that.
Yeah.
I'm very
It's
proud
a very
of.
quotable show.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm sure in time I'll look back and be like, oh yeah. But right now, I'm too close to it.
Peppers wants to know if it was a conscious decision to make season 5 more gory or if it just happened naturally.
Is it more gory?
I don't know. Is
I'd
it?
love that. That would make me very happy.
I mean, it's pretty intense. Arthur got murdered twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it was intentional. I wanted to make it more gory. Oh, here we go. Bird skull.
Sorry, guys. I'm not up to date on the chat at all.
Joe, you're
because
doing
I've
an
been
amazing job.
Trying to read the questions as they come through.
Have we got any more Ko-Fi? Risky. Oh, no, I did Risky. Risky. Yeah.
Ah, Eddie Ceramics posted on Tumblr about being very excited that you shared their mug on Instagram.
Ah.
That's really nice.
I'm glad. Oh, I wonder if they answered me. Check
Maybe.
real quick.
Let me take a look at the Discord.
Oh, they did. No, they meant. Oh, they said I couldn't be more happy. Ah, someone snagged it. Damn it. Whoa. But I'd be honored to send you a custom one.
Aww.
Wow. There's a spooky green one too, which absolutely vibes.
Queen is saying the game audio might be a little bit loud
Oh,
for them.
I agree.
And a lot of people are agreeing
It's loud for me too.
that the whispers are very hard for them to hear us.
There we go. Better? Oh my god. That would
Ooh,
be amazing.
question for me
Yay.
from Zill, Evil Liz,
Yes.
Alia Fangirl. If I'm able to use my Ko-Fi donation to ask Joe a question.
Yes, you can.
I'm planning a level 6 D&D multi-shot for my group and was wondering if you had any monster recommendations for a fancy turned chaotic mansion party. Oh, Zill.
That's fun.
Zill, I want you to Google the Sorrowsworn. And I will Google along with you, and then we'll talk about it real quick. I believe it's Sorrowsworn.
Frank
Yeah.
Underhill.
Okay, we got the 3 skulls.
The Sorrowsworn are a group of creatures that are themed around negative attributes. Things like hungry, lonely, wretched, lost. They come in a variety of CRs, and you can use them to thematically build out a bunch of fucked up encounters. They are all monstrosities, and they're not like standard monsters. They all have some really fun abilities: harpoon arms, psychic leeches, life hunger, charging hooks, etc. Really, really fun, diverse enemies to run. And additionally, if you are running the adventure for some people who are like not brand new to D&D but maybe haven't played a ton of it, they're also not monsters that you would find directly in the monster manual, so they're like another layer of evolution, I guess. Like they're just really fun. They're a lot of flavor, so I would highly recommend those monsters. Let me know if you want more D&D suggestions, anybody.
D&D.
One Dynamite Gal says, Harlan, hey y'all, I donated a bit earlier, so here's a question. I've been a silent fan for a while and even got Arthur's lighter tattooed.
Oh, yes.
Question is, would you ever get a malevolent inspired tattoo?
Yes, I would.
Well, question from your wife, what would that be?
Man. I don't know, man. I've been tempted.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's some cool ones.
I mean,
A
absolutely.
lighter would be amazing. Yeah, probably a lighter. Possibly some lines. I don't know. There's this one tattoo artist that I follow on Instagram that follows Malevolent as well. Her name is Alice something. Shout out to Instagram tonight. Giving all the Instagram people Alice Asphyxia. Alice dot ASPHYXIIA. And she's spoken to me once and said something very kind, but all of her tattoo art is wicked.
Cool.
Yeah, like look at it. It's insane.
Everyone go check it out.
She's from Germany.
Das German.
I would almost be more inclined to find a really good tattoo artist than the art. You know what I mean? And bonus if the artist listened to Malevolent, because
Cool.
I feel like I would commission them to be like, okay, listen, you know the show.
Yeah, you make one.
Here's like I want something.
Make one for the person who made the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Prod the bod.
Do 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 do. Thank you, Queen. Darkness is an environmental state this player character may encounter, so they're talking about the game here.
Oh,
Spending time in a dark area will cause your character to begin to lose sanity at a
shit.
steady rate. A lantern with kerosene can be equipped.
what? I was so far away from it.
So resting regenerates your character's lost health and sanity before leaving for the Dreamlands, but facilitates how your party spends its free time, which can lend to helpful discoveries, especially in the disciplines of science, medicine, and the occult.
Wait, what? In this game? The Dreamlands?
Yeah.
Ooh.
A lantern with kerosene can be equipped in your character's offhand item slot to fend off darkness and mitigate the negative effects.
Cool.
So I wonder if... Do you have a lantern?
I have my lighter.
I wonder if that's going to improve your sanity over time.
I will.
It seems like it. We just got a little pulse of the brain.
Brain pulse.
I wonder if it's going to go up.
Brain pulse. Okay, well, I'm glad I did
Hi,
that over.
Faye. Thanks for hanging out.
Because I broke my lockpick for no reason.
Oh, no.
My favorite part of 52 was when everyone survived and lived happily ever after. Me
Yeah,
too.
sure.
That was such a fun part.
I'm catching up. I'm seeing where Peppers posted the Sorrow Sworn.
Ooh, Quinn said, it may sound cheesy, but I look at my This Too Shall Pass tattoo. that you sent me in your handwriting. Aw, every day. I was in the hospital a lot last week and this weekend. It was a good remember. Oh, I'm so sorry you're in the hospital. I'm so glad. That's not cheesy at all. I feel honored, honestly. I really do.
Dak Dye says, finally thought of a question. Harlan, what made you want to include poetry like you have in Malevolent? Arthur's poem from season 2 is one of my favorite moments.
You know what? I just watched the perfect movie to sum up why. And it's obviously, for those who haven't seen it, you should go see it. But Dead Poets Society. So Joe's parents were here this weekend, and when they're here, we all tend to go to bed early.
But we also have the cutest setup.
We have the cutest little setup, sleepover.
Because Henry comes and sleeps in our room on the floor on a blow-up mattress.
They take Henry's bed, and we get Henry to sleep in our room on the floor. And Joe falls asleep because she's a sleepy mama. And Henry and I stay up late watching movies.
Do not judge me.
And Henry is amazing in every way, but he's also at the age where he's like enjoying more grown-up movies. And like we watched Forrest Gump with him, and
So cool.
yeah, it's amazing. So I put on Dead Poets Society, which, funnily enough, was rated PG for tobacco use, because I couldn't remember. But there's nudity in it. They look at like porn at one point, and there's like suicide, which I did remember, but I couldn't remember like how graphic it was. I was a little surprised it was PG, but moreover that they didn't say for self-harm and
Nudity.
You know what I mean? It was just for tobacco. I was like, all right. But anyway, he's still old enough, and honestly, more than anything, I think the message was really important for him, because he like asked, he's like, why did the little boy kill himself and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, the class that Robin Williams is teaching talks about poetry and how it is, in essence, the way that we all collectively view and appreciate and experience life, and how words like that can affect you greatly. And I mean, he says it 1,000 times more eloquently than I ever could, so there's no real point in trying to. Just watch the movie. But that kind of reasoning, the idea that poetry can be so powerful, and I mean, for me too, like I very often, oh my god, I'm so sick of this. I'm not loving the way this game plays.
The combat.
I think it looks cool, but a combination between how shitty it plays in the frame rate and how frustrating it plays in the combat. Yes. Because it's basically just stealth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is very frustrating, but I will keep at it. In fact, maybe I'll play more Brash just to see what the fuck happens.
You're doing great.
Yes.
Poetry
see that movie.
is
he speaks to
soul.
Yes, and it's really a beautiful movie.
It's important to remember that you are a human being.
Yeah. The whole movie is about, humanity and loss and love and all the different ways that poetry can affect you and all the different ways humanity can affect you, and it's really beautiful.
Yep.
Fish, thanks for the donation.
Milk
High
says,
five.
I have a question for my Ko-Fi dono. What was the toughest hurdle when writing season 5, and how did you figure it out?
Oh, this was a question that Ren asked. But I'll give you a little taste.
Spoilers.
Oh man. It was, what's it called? Where are they seeing me? Ugh, seriously? Look how far away that is.
So far.
That's annoying. What was it? You know it. Because
The hardest part
I was very
of
vocal
season
about
5?
being stuck with. The beginning, the first chapter of the last episode of the finale was the hardest. The
I'm
nightmare.
trying to remember what it was.
The nightmare, the dream sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I talk more in depth about it in the Ren interview.
So stay tuned. What the fuck? Are you kidding, lady?
Stupid.
How did you jump that far? Your legs are little sticks.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're pretty good legs.
And there's no crafting unless I'm at home, which is annoying.
Yeah, because how do you do a thing that you've already done before?
Yes, but I don't want to talk too much about it just because I did in-depth talk about it
Yeah.
in the interview. It just feels like if Ren heard, she'd be like,
Yeah.
or they'd be like, why the fuck are you saying that if we did the whole interview? Harlan, you can hear Ren's voice, and they'd be right, so that's my bad. But good question. You get a redo if you want, because you did donate, and I don't want you to feel blah blah blah. Eli said, do you have any audio show recommendations? For context, I mostly listen to queer horror about eyes. I do not. I don't listen to audio dramas very much. Actually, the first audio drama I'm really listening to beyond this is going to be, well, I haven't started, but it's going to be
The
Magnus Archives, because I'm doing a
Yeah.
re-listen with them, for them. Actually, we're recording the first episode Wednesday, so I need to listen to the first 5 episodes by Wednesday, which I haven't started yet, but I will. So, but I honestly, I don't have any recommendations. Honestly, the audio drama subreddit, it seems like a good place. Post there and just be like, hey, here's what I like, and I'm sure people will sort you out.
Eli donated on Ko-Fi and asks, have you ever had your players miss something you were really looking forward to talking about? I think that's both of us.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I have. I'm sure you have too.
Yeah, of course. I just put it somewhere else.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
If I'm really, really excited about it,
The Quantum Ogre.
absolutely. That's not to say that I'm like cheating.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to tell a story and there's like a cool story piece set up, like a cool note that I wrote for them to discover on a dead body or something, I'll just put it on a different body.
100%.
Like, drop it on the floor in the next room.
This is the thing that you have to do.
Yeah.
The spoon is hidden. That's not fair. Mushroom.
Zill says, I got into Malevolent this semester. I was taking a poetry class, and it definitely helped my enjoyment of the class, which flipped back onto me enjoying the poetry in the show more as well. That's very cool.
Oh, that's amazing.
Do I have a favorite race class for D&D?
Ooh.
Not really. I like the variety that it offers, and especially now with like variant rules, you can pretty much have any racial abilities now in like given to any variety of character, which I love. I think that's fantastic. I like a class where you can usually use a little bit of magic. The strictly martial classes are less exciting for me personally. I like a paladin. I like a sorcerer.
Smith. Paladin. Sorcerer. Gotta find a key.
Okay. Looking for more questiones. You guys chat so much. It's the best.
Harpy, thanks for the donation. You're wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. What has my favorite song in Malevolent been to compose? I mean, so far The Wager. Beyond that, though, I think How Far We've Come, I think is the name of it. It's something like that. How Far We've Come, how something we've something. It's kind of like the John and Arthur season 5. I think it's the opener. Whoa! Autumn, that's metal as fuck.
What is that?
Look at the art they just posted.
I'm so
can-
far behind in the
Okay.
chat.
I
pull
can only
up
see
on
it from
my
far
phone.
away, but it looks like someone. It looks amazing and very brutal. Yeah, because I think that's like the first real song that I tried to like
Whoa, that is intense.
compose to be like
Oh, is that part of
a song.
or Arthurstrua? It is.
Oh, that's cool.
Very spooky. Do you want to see it up close, Harlan?
I do.
Look at this.
Whoa, that's so fucked. I hope that's spoilers, just because this is really graphic.
I don't think it is.
Autumn, you should repost that and spoiler it. I love it.
Oh, there's another one.
Whoa. Is this something people are working on together?
That's cool as shit.
If that's the case, that's fucking awesome.
Oh,
I
all
really
these,
hope
like,
so.
messed up Arthurs. Whoa, tell us more about this.
A bunch of people working on
I want to know.
it together. I love.
Everyone's excited that you're listening to the Magnus Archive.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm a little bit nervous.
Because you're excited. You're expecting not to like it as much as people do.
Definitely expecting not to like it as much as people do. But like also there's so much hype around it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how can anyone really be expected to like something when like you know, you take the best movie ever made and people are like, "Oh my god, it's the best movie ever made. Just wait. It's so good. You are going to love it. It's amazing. Don't worry. Just wait." And then you finally get to the point and it's like, "Okay, now my expectations are so high that I'm definitely not going to like it as much as everyone expects me to, because it's just impossible now because my expectations are too high." But also I feel a little bit stuck because I'm doing it like with them, you know what I mean, like for the series. So I can't, you know, I can't hate a show that I can't be like, "Oh no, this sucks," you know. I have to be like, yeah. And when I like that, sometimes I get like a little bratty about it. So I'm walking this line of like, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this and like it, but kind of no matter what, which is kind of a weird vibe to be in. I've been very fortunate. I don't normally need to do that. So it'll be a new experience. I hope I like it. Oh, it's that orchestra collab.
Graham says, "Have you not seen all the gory orchestra art?"
Orchestra art.
I mean, people are spelling Arthur and orchestra together in a variety of ways, so I'm not just saying orchestra wrong.
Okay, that makes sense.
Patrons are doing a collab.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
A dead Arthur orchestra.
Oh my god, could you imagine? That's so cool.
Ooh, Ajax posted another work in progress. I'm going to pull it up on my phone.
Where is this
and
going to
show
be
you.
available?
I
Like,
mean, probably in our Patreon
That's
area.
but like, is this organized by something? Are they going to like make a tarot deck or something the way KM does?
I don't know, but here's a Arthur that's covered in mushrooms from being dead. And he's playing the violin.
Wow, this is so cool.
This is very awesome.
That's so cool. The orchestra?
Arthrstra?
I don't know how to say it. I get what they're going for, but
I don't know what this is, but it's got some bones sticking out.
Maybe it's like a glockenspiel,
Oh,
like bones.
yeah. Deepu.
Wow, just kind of we're doing kind of a.
Apollo
Oh.
is assembling a big collaboration of orchestra Arthurs that have been killed in various ways based off of the idea that the other Arthurs in Kane's orchestra were failed versions who died in various ways.
Love that. I think that's such a cool
So fun.
take.
Great
So
job, everybody.
10 out of 10 whoever started that, and also fucking sign me up. I'm so excited to see them all. And I hope it turns into some sort of like thing I can buy. You know what I mean? A deck, like a deck of many things type vibe.
A deck of many things.
Even if it's not, you know what I mean? Even if it's not like a tarot or like a playing card deck. How many people are participating?
I don't know. Apparently, Apollo is going to compose them all in a single piece.
Spinalophone.
Very good.
Man, I would kill to have like a deck. Like a playing card. Well, I guess not playing cards, but like I guess a tarot deck. That'd be so. Even if it was just like a print on demand, whatever. I would love that. Oops. Harlan, what were you going for with Charlie as a character, a brother figure? You're obsessed with Charlie.
Yep.
Can you read the whole question?
Yes. What were you going for with Charlie as a character? A brother figure? What would you say was his purpose in the narrative? We've seen a lot of different takes on foils for Arthur, but what was Charlie?
Charlie was a companion that we, for the first time, have experienced in the show as of that point. That would be... Whoa, it's a big pig.
Oink, oink.
That would be able to sympathize and understand Arthur's journey and moreover could potentially understand what John could be, because there was no character, Oscar, Butcher, whatever, there was no character that really
That
could empathize.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, none of them have been through the kind of horror that Arthur has been through.
Yeah.
And I wanted
He understands.
Yeah. Why can't I attack this? Oh.
Because he's too beautiful.
Yeah, and I really wanted to...
Uh-oh. Bad doggy.
Bad dog. Go down. Gee, this is insane. What? So are you just not supposed to do combat?
Maybe there's
It's like 3 bites and you're dead.
Maybe there's an actual sword that we missed or something.
Whatever.
Yeah,
anyway.
Charlie was meant to be John's friend.
To a degree, yes. But more, I think, in more apt ways, a friend of both. Yeah, someone who can be a friend of both. That's exactly it. He was meant to be someone that could empathize with Arthur's path, the good and the bad of it, and also be able to learn about John without being like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think in contrast to
what
Oscar,
the fuck are you talking
who was really specifically not a friend for John. You know
Correct.
what I mean?
Moreover, and I can't remember, I believe this was a choice that would have come up or did come up. Maybe I abandoned it when I thought of Noel, I don't know. But I think the patrons were asked to tell Oscar of John, and he would have been like, Arthur, I think you need like counseling. You know what I mean? Like he would have been like, oh, that's not normal, and like, he would have helped him. He would have still cared for him, obviously,
Yeah.
but he would have been like, frankly, the kind of way that if someone was like, hey, I've killed people, and there's a voice in my head, would be like, okay, well, let's figure out what that means first, because that's not typically something that people experience. Shy, thank you for the donation to the Ko-Fi.
Ninja Mouse says, I think my Ko-Fi question got lost in the flow. Sorry if you asked a question and I didn't ask it.
Just ask it again.
Just tag me and then I'll try to get to it. Did you ever have a recording for an episode that got lost due to audio problems or program failures?
No. I think I've had to redo some parts of maybe an episode, but never lost. That would be inexcusable. That would be, yeah.
You've had near misses where you go to your computer in the morning and you're like, wait, I didn't shut it off, but it's turned off now. Like there's something that's
yes, and maybe then, because I have had times where I've fucking died.
fuck you, dog.
Are you serious? I hate these stupid dogs. I have had times where I've pressed record, gone to my booth, done the set, and then when I came back, first aid kit. Don't mind if I do. And then when I came back, it for some reason hadn't recorded, or like got deleted, and that gets really frustrated. But I just read the line again. Never have I edited an entire episode and the whole thing's gone. Jesus, this place just falls apart. It's a good question though. Oh, that looks like a safe haven.
Izzy says, was Oscar Catholic? I can't remember.
I don't think he ever specified.
I don't think any of the religious talk in Malevolent is ever explicitly given to
Correct.
one kind of
Yes.
creed or faith.
By design, there's
mean-
no specificity.
He calls out Christianity in general, but unintentionally, it's not like,
Yeah.
hey, they're Catholic.
Yeah, there's no specificity because I didn't. Yeah, this looks weird.
Yeah, who's this guy?
I like his mask.
He's got like wax face.
Ooh, look at stock. Sledgehammer. I want that.
200 teeth? Come on.
Can we not sell?
Cry says, for my Ko-Fi dono, for both of you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Not a malevolent related question, but somewhat on the back of Consume Lots of Stories reply, plus the story about lost poets. Do you have any top favorite or defining media you love and would recommend consuming, no matter the format, book, TV, film, etc.?
Oh man, so much.
Great question.
Great question.
On the back of the Consume Lots of Stories, do we have any top favorite or defining media you love and would recommend?
Yeah, I mean, definitely in like terms of books, I've mentioned many times, The Road is one of my all-time favorite novels, and I highly recommend it personally.
I just read Our Wives Under the Sea. I wouldn't say that it's like defines me as a person or anything, but it was a fantastic read that I think I got through it in January. It's by Julia Armfield, and if you like queer body horror, it's a relatively quick read, and I loved it. I really liked Broadchurch, and we were just talking about it recently, and how much we want to re-watch.
Broadchurch heavily inspired the Invictus campaign, Black Reach, which even sounds like it now that I think about it. The Black Reef, something, I can't remember.
Sure,
it's
yeah,
a Call
yeah.
of Cthulhu game I ran.
I remember that one. That was
Yeah,
good.
I felt very inspired by that. But I don't know. I feel like if it's big, right? Genre, like, I feel like I want to, like, something I'm like, oh, you gotta watch that, or you gotta read that. Oh, do I get to destroy these now? Oh, perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's something that I'm like, oh my god, you have to. I mean,
you have a lot of movies that you
Yes.
love very deeply.
most of mine would be movies for sure.
I mean, we just fucking watched Shawshank Redemption, which
Yeah,
I mean, but those are like,
everyone knows. This.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do have a lot, but unfortunately, I don't think I've.
Original Broadchurch, obviously, not the remake.
I don't even think the remake's called Broadchurch.
Oh my
Isn't it called something
God.
else?
Pepper says Broadchurch was so good. My mom and dad still scream Miller at each other.
Miller. We do too.
We did that
Yeah.
too. We go,
Outstanding,
outstanding
Miller."
Miller.
David Tennant's great.
It's really good.
I mean, yeah, like to me, yeah, there's so many that come to mind. Like Legend of 1900, I think was a huge influence, and that's kind of unknown relatively. So I always recommend that. There's a movie called The Legend of 1900. The soundtrack is by Ennio Morricone. It's directed by I forget the director now. He did Cinema Paradiso. I can't remember. It escapes me. Stars Tim Roth and Superman's dad, the guy from the new Superman. I always forget the actor's name. He's also from Identity. Anyway, if you ever get the chance to see it. See the theatrical version, not the director's cut. Avoid the director's cut. But that is a movie that I would say was my first. In fact, I should say this because I think this is an important defining moment. That's it.
Ooh,
Luna
guys,
Maria.
he paused it.
It's so. I distinctly remember this. It came out in 1998, so I was 10 years old, and my dad rented it from the video store, and he said, "Oh, we're gonna put on a movie. It's family movie night," and the computer was like had its back to the screen. So you're either playing on the computer or you're watching the movie. And I think I was like, oh, I'd rather play a video game. It doesn't look appealing to me at all. And my dad was like, okay, fine. Family sat or whatever. And I remember distinctly, like the first time ever, and potentially the last time ever, I was playing a video game that I was really into, and I like kept looking over my shoulder at this movie and like left my game and sat enjoying the movie and like watched the entire thing, cried through it. Like I was so enraptured by a piece of media. And obviously it's happened in various ways, but like in the fact that I was like excited to do something else and then stop doing it to like go see this thing, it never really happened before. And honestly, to me, it flipped a switch in my brain, I think, to where frankly Henry is at right now, where I was like, oh my God, movies can be like good. Like movies can make you feel things. Like the movie made me realize that like movies were like a form of art. But more than that, that probably is one of the most defining movies of Malevolent as it is today, because the way that movie uses music totally inspired me. It set me on a path where The Wager became a thing, where Faro's song became a thing, where all the music used, if you ever listen to Malevolent and you're like, oh, that song is like fine, but it's used really expertly right here, or it feels like it's really important. Like, you know, when Antoine's dying, the piano song that's playing isn't really that good. I'll be honest. It's like, it's fine. It's just not that good. But that moment hits because the music seems to really suit that moment. And I feel like I'm good at that. I'm not an expert at making beautiful music, but I do think I'm good at making music that suits that moment. And that movie made me realize, oh my God, music in a movie or in a story doesn't just elevate it or define it, but it can make you feel more intensely what the movie is doing. Music is so important to that movie that I can't really explain. So not only did it sort of show me that, oh wow, art can be like this, but it also showed me that, holy fuck, music is not just important to me, but it can be really important to certain types of media. And the thing that's so sad is not many movies are like that when it comes to music. I would even argue, like there's a lot of musicals, there's a lot of movies that use music really, really well, but there's not enough. And this is a movie that the story is around music, obviously, but it's so interesting because I think about the movie often because the way it uses music is like a plot point. You know what I mean? Like, so you would have to, almost the way The Wager was written, like you have to write it in tandem with the story, you know? Anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful movie. Don't watch the director's cut. It's fine, but totally, because it's an Italian movie with English actors, which it's not dubbed or anything like that, but the theatrical cut that made it to American cinemas is like much more kind of Americanized, but in a good way. Like the Italian cut is way more like silly, you know, like the way that Leon the Professional would be extremely inappropriate had Luc Besson done it the original French way, where like there was like sexual overtones. Well, there still are sexual overtones, but like originally. Overt. Yeah, literally it was like, you know, because like the way Europeans view sex and all that kind of stuff is very different. Same with Italian cinema is like, it's a lot goofier at times. You know what I mean? And that goofiness, to me, really undercuts the story of like what it's trying to take you on. So personally, it's one of the few director's cuts that I way more dislike than the theatrical version. Also, it's much longer without adding much. So anyway, Legend of 1900, highly recommend it. Boom.
Boom.
Fish-faced terror. Thank you for the donation. Any bands, albums to recommend? Tons. But any other questions? There's still lots coming in.
Bands and I mean, I haven't seen any new questions from donors necessarily.
Doneos.
Doneo.
Chair attack.
Well done. Wait, there will be more music in season 6, most likely, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
All I mean to say is to find out to this point, because I didn't start writing the music for Malevolent.
Looks like there's some
season
questions
15.
on the Ko-Fi messages
Oh.
on Harlan's front page. Let me take a look at that.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Sorry, I haven't been keeping an eyeball on that. Have any video games made you feel like that, by the way, Harlan?
What?
Like, changed or, you know what I mean?
I mean, I really like that Still Wakes the Deep. That one felt really whatever. Obra Dinn. There was a video game, yeah. I think we played it together, where at the end we were a bit slack-jawed. You know what I mean? Where I was just like, wow. Wow. None of them come to mind, of course. 'Cause
I remember feeling that way about
Spiritfarer.
Spiritfarer, absolutely. And also Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium's cool, but it did not get me that way.
I felt like that for sure toward the end. But I had some specific experiences in the game that I'm not sure were like a given for every playthrough.
You know, it's funny because I think that's a big factor of that game that can either make it the best game you've ever played or like a fine game. Like to me, when I played it, and I played it well before you did, because I just usually play games that are like popular when they're, you know, getting good reviews. And I was like, yeah, that was fun. I liked it. But, you know, based on the choices you make, you might either miss out on big storylines or, you know,
Yeah.
entire plots.
Like there was a plot around the like there's like a cryptid experience
Yes.
in the game that I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I remember this big thing comes out at one point. I don't remember what
spoilers,
it was. But
but
all I remember from that game is Kuna. Kuna. Fucking Kuna.
that was good. That was good.
He just yells that constantly. I remember being
Yeah.
so annoyed.
One Dynamite Gal says, donation question, what's what's Arthur's favorite sweet treat?
Oh, listen, I'm not much for a sweet tooth. Occasionally licorice or a stick of blackjack chewing gum.
Wow.
I know. Listen, he's a British man in the 1920s. I'm sorry, but
It's very true.
he's not a candy boy.
Wow, yeah. Peppers says Spiritfarer was so good. It dealt with grief and death very well, especially when discussing unfinished business and how sometimes it just happens and it doesn't end with someone resolving their character flaw. They just have to die with that character flaw, and that's how reality is. Yep. Very good game. Sad game.
Yeah, I remember you like.
I like
crying
sad
at the
stuff
end of it.
though.
Yeah,
I'm going to read some of the messages from your Ko-Fi page.
please.
Carrot Cup Jester said, here's a small prize that we can pretend you found in the brown clear egg.
Yay! Thank you. Ooh, I like the licorice little babies.
Luna said, here you go. I'm sorry your egg wasn't gold. I believe someday you'll find a good egg.
I found a good egg in my wife.
Thanks, guys.
She a good egg.
Then some other very sweet messages. Let me see if there's any questions. Lots of people saying they're donating for a pizza fund, Harlan.
Sounds like we gotta order pizza tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tonight?
I don't know.
We're too old for our tummies.
I don't know.
I know. Oh, this guy's.
Oh, and Cry says, I fully believe you found a golden egg.
Thank
Condolences.
you.
Mhm.
This guy said he wanted gems, didn't he?
Okay, the Ninja Mouse asked, adding on to my earlier donation, had a question. Oh, no, that one was already asked. That's about the take not recording properly.
Right.
Do. We don't really do weed questions and jokes so much.
No.
We don't partake.
Nope. Nope. We're a drug-free household. Sorry. We don't even drink.
Nope.
We all used to, and we don't anymore.
Put it this way.
Make your assumptions.
Some of us in this room used to do that too much, and now they don't, and she feels really a lot better about that.
Who is she?
What?
So mysterious. Ooh.
Do with that as you will. Re the wager. Would you say Arthur is more of a jam or a chutney now?
He's a paste.
Yeah, he's a smooth paste. Liz, good night. Sleep well. No, not Marie. Me.
What?
They're like, oh, was it Marie?
Was what Marie?
The girl in the room who used to
Oh yeah,
overindulge.
Marie used to fucking go hard.
Yeah, she was a real party girl.
Heroin, all of it.
All that stuff. Mizra wants to know what program you use for editing Malevolent.
Oh, Ableton. Ableton, which is good. I'm pro Ableton. I will not switch again. Or not again. I won't switch. I'm too set in my ways.
Yeah. You make it look easy. It'd be cool for you to screen share some of your editing process with the patrons again. I remember that being really popular.
I've thought about it. Yeah, there's factors to consider, but yes.
Definitely. What? Arthur Paste. Someone posted a picture of Arthur.
Yeah, he's Arthur Paste.
Yeah. Yeah. Arthur Paste.
Yeah, Arthur Paste around the floor. How do I get over there? I found a way up. Let me up.
Nice. Occult oddities.
Occult oddities.
It's tough being an Arthur stan right now. I am excited for everyone to hear the next
too.
episode of Malevolent
I may
tomorrow.
be getting my timeline screwed up, but I deeply enjoyed that Arthur prefers westerns over noirs, which I believe were equally popular. That's you getting your timeline screwed up. I mean, he talks about John Wayne pictures,
Yeah.
but he doesn't ever say he deeply prefers. I don't know if he would. I haven't thought about that yet.
Whoa, Quinn says I've been sober for 7 years now.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I
Do I think John and Arthur will ever get to see a movie? No. Probably not.
probably not.
I've said it before. It's boring. I know it's not boring, but it is. Trust me. Oh, any bands or albums to recommend? That's a great question.
Very good question.
Man, I love music so much. We've all been really enjoying Carter Vale lately.
Oh yeah, he's fun.
He's the guy who does that kind of joke song, put a little dirt under the pillow for the dirt man. But all of his other stuff is really good. We've been enjoying, Henry loves the song Harder to Kill. I thought I should be harder to kill. Oh,
One-shotted.
man. There's a lot of this game that I like, and there's a lot I hate.
Jeff Buckley Grace is evergreen in
That's
my
what
opinion.
Alex says too.
I love it.
You too.
It's very
agree with
good.
that. Yeah, that's fair.
I could listen to that every day.
I mean, if we're talking full albums,
Yeah, to me that's sort of what I'm thinking.
yeah.
of.
I would say an album that Joe introduced me to was In the Aeroplane Over the Sea.
Neutral Milk Hotel.
Love that
Very
album.
good album.
In terms of albums that I love, Frightened Rabbit, Midnight Organ Fight.
It's a
I
good
love.
one.
Really, really good. Listen to it often.
Harlan's crazy about the Milk Carton Kids.
I love the Milk Carton Kids. Huge fan of Sufjan Stevens.
Yep.
Carrie and Lowell, I think, is a masterpiece. I listen to it pretty much on repeat. Big fan of Emotions and Math by Margaret Gillespie. That one always comes up on my
She's phenomenal.
favorite albums. I wasn't crazy about anything past her. Is Sophomore the first year?
I don't know.
Sophomore's her first album,
That's
right?
American.
Well, yeah. After her first album, I still enjoy, but nothing beats her first album. Matthew Fowler's first album is a 10 out of 10.
Is she gay, Margaret Glaspie?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
I just remember you goofing that you like lesbian rock.
Oh, I do. I think just gay rock. Gay female rock. Presenting voices, I should say. Because, like, yeah, all of them. Like, I mean, Jesus, I can't think right now.
Nah, she's married to a dude, so she could be bi.
Yeah. I don't know. But, oh my God. Fuck. This is so annoying.
Harlan, do you like Chapel Rowan?
Not really, to be honest. It's okay. It reminds me of Lady Gaga a little bit. Like, in terms of, like, the way she blew up on the scene. And then, but I never really liked a song from Lady Gaga. I listened to the Pink Pony one. I listened to a few. I listened to the Tiny Desk concert, and I was like, oh, that's good, but not enough to, like, search at any of the additional songs to like listen again. Sorry. Gasp. Well, that's why too, right? Like, I'm a bit of a contrarian, and it's like, oh, there's like, when people are super, super popular, I go in with a high expectation. And I was like, yeah, she's fine.
I honestly kind of agree. And you and I do have different tastes in music, and I like a lot more dancier type stuff often.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not a big fan of her. Not of her, but of her music, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I love the politics.
I love the politics.
I love the politics.
I love the politics. So great.
You know what I mean.
But
I'm
yeah,
pro her, but I don't think I would go to her concert.
No, I definitely wouldn't. Let me see exactly what albums I have favorited, because music's good.
True.
Music's beautiful.
Hot take.
Hot take, guys. Music's really good. It's this new thing I heard. I love Muse. Where are the albums? Albums. Yeah, Carrie and Lowell.
Mm-hmm.
Milk Carton Kids. Those are just singles. Randy Newman.
Yep.
Dodie. Roaches. Ron Sexsmith. Right Away, Great Captain. I'm a big fan of. Yeah. There's some newer albums that I'm forgetting, but oh, what was that? Billie Eilish? Her first album was dope.
You also really liked Folklore.
Love Folklore. Taylor Swift Folklore was fucking amazing. Also a huge fan of Lucy Dacus. I always read it, but I don't know how to say it. Dacus? My Mother and I. Was that her first album? Was that what the name of the album was?
I'm not sure.
That she's the one who does You've Got the 9 to 5, so I'll make the mud boots. Just die. Oh my God. Thank you, Pick-a-Chick, for the donation. Very
Queen
cool.
says, Harlan, fans were whispering about a vinyl project. But you said you'd like to make better quality files for a vinyl, right? Everybody,
Yes.
especially after the wagers, dying for Malevolent on vinyl. Is that something you want to create for real someday?
Yes. It'd be after Malevolent, after season 6. But I would want to, like, sit down with like a professional and pay for them to be like, yeah,
Professional mastering, probably.
Professional mastering.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a great way of putting it. I'm not gonna fucking go for that money.
That's really doable, though.
Oh, 100%. But to me, the cost, it would be a non-money making endeavor, which is totally worth
For
doing.
sure.
But for that reason alone is like,
Well, because we'd have to press it in advance, and then you have like boxes of vinyl
I'd probably
just
do like a
sitting around.
Kickstarter just so I'm not
Yeah.
out money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is so fucking annoying. What do I do?
Switch games.
I don't have another
Stop
game.
playing. It's 9
No,
o'clock.
this monster is the annoying part.
Yeah, pizza does sound good right now.
Would you? You had a burrito for lunch.
That was so long ago.
I know.
That was 9 hours ago.
That's true.
I haven't eaten in 9 hours.
Moss, thank you so much.
Thanks, Moss.
Dulcet tenor and gunshots. Thanks, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Yeah, Kickstarter would go hard. Eventually.
Listen,
We'll see.
I don't have anything to say after that. Joe, go eat something. I can't. I'm not allowed.
Fuck you.
Is there like
Die. What the fuck? No! How?
You need to block.
Oh, wait. I have
Can you
health.
roll?
I think I have health, actually. Oops.
Can you roll? And
But
this
I'm at
whole
like
time?
half health.
I know.
No, I can't fucking roll. I can't do anything. And the frame rate is so shit.
It sucks that she hits you twice with her sickle and you die. And
Yeah.
you hit her 8 times with your sickle and she's like, "Can I have a ginger ale?"
That's what I mean. The balancing is atrocious.
I know.
Like, look at this. The healing too. The cost to find these supplies and fucking
You should email somebody.
the slow amount of healing. Not the slow amount of healing, but the small amount of healing. Atrocious. I'm
What
embarrassed.
does that mean? Harlan, your outie wants to get Joe pizza.
Oh, it's a Severance reference,
Oh.
which I got hot takes about too. You want to get upset at me about Chapel Rowan? Wait till you hear what I thought about. Wait till you hear what I thought about season 2
Fucking-
of Severance.
Pull up a chair, y'all.
Actually, Jess is here, and Jess and Megan's in whatchamacallit.
Jess and Megan are.
Well, Megan just posted
Yeah,
earlier.
they're
and said
good
they were
friends.
No, but said they were in Disney.
Yes.
So they're not here, but we were they sort of we taught. I met
She's
with
laughing maniacally.
Yeah, well, I
shut
met
up.
with Jess and Megan and Nicole about something secret that I can't say. All right, hold on.
Oh my god. Put your red eyes away, lady.
Okay, I aggroed her, bring her to her, and we were talking about this thing, but we ended up talking about Severance for like an hour. That was before I had watched either all of season 2 or some of season 2.
Eat. I was gonna be rude. Eat sickle.
Eat dickle? eat a dickle. And then they all watched season 2, and Megan very sweetly was like, "Oh, we should chat again." Not chat about season 2, and I was like, yeah, and I kind of forgot about it because we just other things came up, and they're so busy as well. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, oh man, I don't like to be the people. I don't want to be the person to shit on something.
But you got a lot of poop.
But I got a lot of shit. All 3 of us are dying to hear you talk about season 2, though. Work meeting, please. Yes, I agree. I mean, yeah, listen. Yeah, I got robust thoughts. Put it that way. It's fine. It's fine. I would say season 1 of Severance was really interesting and really fun. And I don't highly recommend it. And I recommend it if you like sort of weird, bizarre,
Would you call it high concept?
sci-fi. No. It wants to be, but it's not. I don't think so. I mean, it really depends on where they go at the end. It could be high concept, but there's too much unexplained. They got too big for their britches. I got thoughts. Anyway, it's a very cool prospect. Oh, fucking these dogs. Oh, good, they didn't see me.
Yeah,
But
everyone is allowed to like or dislike things.
Yeah,
Very
but I don't
true.
want to be the person that always dislikes things.
Then stop.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Start liking stuff
I'm
more.
trying to. The Magnus Archives is a test.
Oh man, you're
I'm
gonna have
like-
a hard time.
I'm like, no.
I'm already telling you.
Anyway.
I know you.
Stop.
What? Me?
No, I'm
Oh.
just kidding. But anyway, I would say that I think I would be honest in saying that I don't think they stuck the landing for season 2. That's just my thought, though. I got the key here. Let's free him.
Megan says, just looking at this chat without listening to the stream because it lets me know Harlan and I agree on the finale. That's funny.
Who?
Megan
Said
that you and her agree on the finale, even though she's not listening to the stream right now. She's reading the chat.
I don't know what they said.
I don't know.
And Nicole. Meg, Jess, and Nicole.
Yeah. Don't forget Nicole.
I don't care. Go away. Cool. We have black powder. We have one of these pictures.
What are those gems for?
Gems. The trader wanted them, but maybe he needs a certain amount. Because I had some, but he didn't seem to want them. Maybe he's picky. But anyway, yes. I mean, listen, my brief thoughts. I mean, it's tough because you really can't talk about it unless you're having a conversation with somebody who's seen it. Like, if there's a lot of people here, like Joe doesn't know anything about it, it's just going to sound a bunch like gibberish, and it's kind of unfair. So
That's nice of you.
well, it just doesn't mean anything to you. So it's
Yeah,
like,
but
why would
that's
I bother?
okay. I wouldn't let that preclude you from...
Listen, if people want a stream of me talking about Severance, then I will do it. But until then, we'll talk about spooks or things that at least everyone here has more likely a common knowledge about, which is like Malevolent.
I have a question for you, Harlan.
Lay it on me, babe.
Out of all of the standard spooky genres of like monsters and stuff, what's the spookiest one for you?
Oh, list me some and I'll tell you the
Like,
truth.
like vampire, werewolf,
No.
zombie, serial killer,
Yes.
alien.
No.
Serial killer is the spookiest one for you?
I would say, just out of those, if I'm ranking them, Alien is already the lowest. I find
Okay.
Aliens the least scary. By far.
Why?
Because I think the idea of every...
Okay, here we go.
No, but every context of alien horror is like... The only legitimate version of alien horror is like the autopsy. But that is not specific to Alien. Like, you could be under a failed anesthetic and have the same type of horror happen to you. You know what I mean? Like, that to me is the scariest version. But that to me isn't alien horror. That's body horror. The aliens are irrelevant to when they're autopsying you.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
It's just like, it could be something you dug out of a lake.
So then dismissing that aspect of alien horror, which is, again, as we've established, is not unique to aliens. What you're left with is like xenomorph, unknown, cold calculated, like demeanor or whatever.
Wacko says, isn't eldritch horror kind of alien-y?
It is to a degree. It's like the unknown. But the way that most horror is done in the alien sense is like either based around scale, like, oh, you have no idea how small you are in the universe, which I think anyone who listens to Malevolent can know that fundamentally I detest, because to me, my perspective, which is echoed in Malevolent, is, oh, if I'm just a grain of sand in a beach, I don't matter. Fuck you, I matter. You know what I mean? Like, that philosophy
Sure.
of it's so scary because everything out there is bigger than you is like fundamentally, in my opinion, not scary. Because like, no, I'm gonna burn brighter than all you. But then you're left with like the xenomorph type side, and almost all that horror is like self-inflicted stupidity. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of it is like, let's go down to the planet. Like, there's always a choice at the beginning.
Right.
To me, the top of that list is like the serial killer, because the machinations of man, like the idea of the most sadistic shit that I could think of putting on someone else, has what none of the others do, which is my absolute understanding of the villain knowing what they're doing. That is the scariest part. To me, an alien could do all the things a serial killer would do to me, but at the end of the day, unless it has a long diatribe, I can dismiss it to say, well, it's an alien. But if my neighbor does the most horrible shit, it is a human like me, and I know that he thought about it in bed, that he walked through work with my blood under his fingernails. Like all of the things that come along with being a human are so much more amplified when through the the veneer of horror, because you are understanding how that person experienced it, the killer.
I think that's really fascinating, because what you're saying is an alien doing spooky alien things is understandable and actually something that you would expect from an alien.
Well,
because they're not from here.
Exactly.
But
it's by definition alien.
And conversely, the scariest thing is someone who should have empathy and love and care about their parents and their children the way that you do, but instead on the inside is a husk.
Exactly. Yeah. So like a sociopathic behavior, like the movies, like We Need to Talk About Kevin, where like, like school shootings and all that kind of stuff. Like that stuff scares me to no end, because that is losing faith in something that I love.
And it also makes you question the people around you to a certain
That's
extent.
what I mean.
That's
like
the
I don't give a shit
bit.
about a xenomorph. Like there's no emotional connection to a xenomorph at all. But there's no emotional connection to a vampire. There's no emotional connection to werewolves. None of those have any sort of understanding for me. But inherently, any human on human horror always has that ability to empathize with the villain, which to me is infinitely more terrifying.
I absolutely agree with you.
Anyway, but it's also, if it's done poorly, it's super fucking cheap too.
Of course.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna, hey, you look pretty, darling. Oh no, you know what I mean? It's
Sure.
All right, where are all the other questions? I know there's a bunch.
I don't know. That was my question for you.
That was a great question.
Thank you. Well, how do you feel about ghosts?
I don't give a shit about ghosts. Ghosts are the least scary, because for all the reasons that are anti-humanity. What the fuck? Because ghosts are the absence of life. You know what I mean? Like I don't fear what the ghost. What is that?
When you go through that door, you're gonna get in trouble.
Well, good thing I didn't go through.
Yeah.
They spoiled their
Absolutely
twist
did.
there.
Harlan, do you listen to Camp Cope based on the artists you've mentioned?
Camp Cope?
You
Never heard
like, I think you should really like them. They're an Australian all-girl alt band. They're incredible.
Oh, okay.
Sounds great.
I'm very well might.
Camp Cope.
I should also say there is a playlist, a Spotify playlist called Songs Harlan's Listening to or something, that I update every once in a while. In fact, I'll update after this.
Hi, Brianna and Michael.
Of like all my recent favorite music. So if you're interested in the kind of music I like, you can always check that out. Hey, Michael and Brianna. But yeah, ghosts aren't scary.
You are pretty unshakable, though.
I get very shaken. Oh, you mean like in real life or horror?
In terms of things that scare you in horror genres.
Yes. Yeah. In real life, I get scared, but I don't. But for the same reasons. Like if I go downstairs, like if I hear something move in the basement, I'm like, ooh, that's scary.
That doesn't scare me as much.
Well, that's why. I don't know. That's why, like, you're weird like that. You're the opposite. What's your number one scary?
I mean, it's funny because we just used an example where you're like, you hear something down in the basement. It's usually, you're like, Joe, go see if there's something happening downstairs.
I don't send you down.
You have before.
When have I ever?
I remember two
No. Okay.
specific instances.
I remember one specific instance, and it was because we heard a sound, and you were like, oh shit, I wonder if it's someone like breaking in. And I was like, what? Why would you say that? And you're like, I don't know. I was like, well then go check it out. Because you put the idea out there.
Yeah.
Like getting into a plane and being like, oh my god, what if we crash? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, what are you smoking? Like, stop.
But I think the scariest genre of movie for me probably is either home invasion or some kind of like faked real life haunting type stuff. Like, what was that movie that we watched that takes place in a school? Is it? It's like a Frightmares style.
Oh, yes.
That scared the shit out of me.
Grave Encounters? Yeah, Grave Encounters.
Was it?
That was fucking
That was
awesome. That's a
really
good movie.
scary.
I thought you were going to say that Terrifier movie.
No.
I don't even remember the concept, but I remember you really liked it. I didn't mind it, but you loved it.
No.
Remember? There was like
I've never seen it.
Yes, you did.
Terrifier?
Sorry. It's
No.
it's Terrifier. It's a French movie. It's not the clown Terrifier. It was called something else. But remember the like woman was like banging in the shower?
Oh.
It was called something.
That was
like,
just that specific scene.
it was like Terrifiers or something. It was not the one that
It
people
was foreign.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it translated to No, it's not Terrifier. I thought it's something like Terrifiers.
No.
It's
I think it was Italian.
Yeah. No, or French. I can't remember. No, it was Italian.
Was it
You're right, because
French?
you would have known it if it was French. I think it was called Terrifiers.
Ajax, greatest silly fear, squishing a bug or spider, but they make a tiny scream. That's good. Thoughts on It Follows.
She hasn't seen that.
Listen.
The reason I know you haven't seen it, which is really cute, is because when it came out when we just started dating,
Maybe just before.
Joe used to be really scared of horror movies, like wouldn't even watch them.
Oh, yeah,
and
couldn't.
I really twisted her arm over the ear. But
I like them now.
you do now, which is really cool. But you can tell it.
No, you tell it. It's fun when you're telling.
Well, and she was telling me, she's like, I'm listening to the soundtrack to It Follows, but I can't watch the movie. So you'd watch like the trailer and like listen to the soundtrack because.
And I read the Wikipedia entry.
Yes, and you said you were like
about the plot.
fully drenched in sweat, just while
So
like,
scary.
reading
The
it.
music is actually very, very scary for that.
Yes,
movie.
but it's not even that. It's not that scary at all.
Well, I don't like the idea of somebody following me around.
Well, what
So-
about It? I think they're making a sequel called They Follow or something. Okay, hold on. I
Harlan
need to-
coaxed Joe into being a horror lover. Aw. It's so funny because several previous boyfriends all tried to scale that mountain with me and never succeeded. And I was always so scared of horror movies and never enjoyed them. And it took the right kind of man, the right kind of Harlan Guthrie.
Terrified is the movie.
Is that it?
Yeah. So I was like one fucking letter off. It's Italian. Terrified. You really
The
like
beginning entire,
sequence.
it's like
Oh
pre-title
no, it's
card.
Buenos Aires. It takes place in.
Okay. The pre-title card scene with the woman and the drain and the shower and everything is very scary.
Woke. It Follows. They Follows. Did I say thank you, Moss, for the donation? I can't remember.
Thanks, Moss.
To be honest, I'm actually quite curious about his beef with the Magnus Archives. I don't have beef with the Magnus Archives. Did I say I have beef?
No, there's no beef.
Oh no, she meant I won't like it. Honestly, the only thing I'm a bit daunted by is that I didn't realize this until I signed up to listen to it. I didn't realize that every episode is recorded. Like I thought there was a break from the concept.
Where
And-
it's all like found footage.
That's it. And when we were like the way paranormal activity only exists through the security cameras, I didn't realize that at all. I thought that parts of the Magnus Archives were like through the video camera, so to speak. I know it's like a tape or whatever, and then other parts were like
It pulls back and you see the people watching the footage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because I wrote an episode of the Magnus Protocols, so I went in with that understanding or expectation. And then when we were talking and they were like, okay, blah, 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 and they said that, I was like, what? So I am a bit daunted at the idea of, listening to it all through like the kind of low pass filter. That's all. But I have no beef with the Magnus Archives. I'm listening to it through Rusty Quill's thing.
Additionally, you're not a person who consumes audio dramas or podcasts anyway. Like you make them, but you don't listen to them. And so
Yes.
that's another layer of challenge.
Yes. But nothing but love, Matt. That's all. Just daunted by the setup.
Mm-hmm.
Love from Lithuania.
If you enjoyed Harlan's episode of the Magnus Protocol, that's the one, right?
Yeah.
Actually, you will probably like the the book recommendation I made earlier. So that's all I'll say. And I listened to the book after Harlan wrote and the episode came out for the Magnus Protocol. It's just pretty funny.
Whoa. Oh, this is the Dreamlands. That's what this place is. That's cool. My favorite book is The Road, as I mentioned. Although, I will say, and I recommended it a few times, and I thought about it recently the other day too, the library on Mount Char. It's been really rattling around my brain. So much so that I might give it another read. I really liked it. So I would recommend that too, I think. Ooh, this is cool. Beast Heart.
My favorite book used to be Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace.
But? Face?
Yeah. It's pretty intense. I think it's probably changed now.
We change as people. It's always funny. I always remember my uncle saying that his favorite book was The Stand. And it still is, Uncle Dan.
Yep.
But he said the thing that he found most fascinating is that he reads it every few years, and the things that change is who he sees as the protagonist. Because when he was younger, I guess there's like a rock and roll character. I don't know anything about it, but he said there's like kind of like a younger rock and roll character that he really sympathized with, and he sort of like that was his self-insert. And as he grew older, he kind of started to detest that character and ended up liking like a different character, an older character. It's just interesting how we like change.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? There are 3 time periods that you have to think about when you're reading a book. It's like the time that the author was living in when they wrote it, the time that the book is supposed to take place in, and the time
in
that
your life.
you are in, that is the present time that
That's
you are
cool.
reading
That's a
it in,
smart
and
way
that
of
will
putting it.
always change.
I never thought that. That's cool. Yeah. I think that's why The Road resonates so strongly with me. Bear, cat, bird. Oh. Are there any other questions coming through the Ko-Fi?
Let me just double check. Can someone link Harlan's Ko-Fi for me, please?
Run, Arthur.
I would really. Maybe I should rent Library at Mount Char.
Why would you rent it? It's on the shelf.
'Cause
Oh,
I
to listen to.
Listen to it when I'm
Yes.
driving.
Hey, you should.
When I say I read books, I'm talking about audiobooks.
Honestly, I'd love your take on it. Maybe I'm looking through rose-tinted glasses. Admittedly,
Thank you, Luna Maria.
I read it on our honeymoon,
Oh, yeah.
so I was like super happy. Mind you, the other book I read on our honeymoon I didn't like, so I don't even remember the name of it. I really did not like it though.
Yeah, I didn't like mine either.
It was one about like a weird brother and sister relationship. It was kind of incestuous, but they're
Ew.
like dating, and they inherited a house, and then it has like a stupid twist ending. I remember just being very disinterested at the end, to the point where I was like, okay. It's like literally said that.
Pika
What was
Cheek
it?
said, "Hey, I've donated before, but haven't really said much. I don't have a question at the moment, so instead I'll say that I once had a dream that I ran into Harlan in real life, and the first thing he did was start yelling at me.
Oh no! Hopefully, like
He would
excitedly.
never do that.
I would never. But thank you for the donation, and I'm sorry.
Good night, Friska Friskito.
If it helps, I can apologize as if I did. How about that? Hey, I'm so sorry I yelled at you when we met. Honestly, I was having a bad day, and I completely took it out on you, and I'm so incredibly sorry. For legal reasons, I do want to stress that this never happened, that this is something your brain told you, but I also want to make you feel better about the potential that it might have happened in your dream. So, again, I never did it, but I'm so sorry that I did it.
Sometimes when Harlan and I have bad dreams about each other, we wake up and the other person will just apologize for dream them.
You got to.
Dream me is stupid. I'm sorry that dream me, whatever, kicked you or something. Joe, where do you listen to your audiobooks? I have the Libby app, Libby, that connects to my local public libraries. Support your public libraries, everybody.
Flowers in the Attic? Was that your book or my book?
Oh, no, I didn't read that book.
No, maybe that's the person guessing what book I read.
Yes, because Flowers in the Attic is a very famous book about sexual abuse.
No. This one was much more stupid. This was not a good book.
Flowers in the Attic is not a good book either.
Well, it wasn't like a famous book. I'm going to find it right now.
Get the Libby app, get a library card, and then filter by audiobooks, and you can read all you want by listening. It's great.
And it's a shame because this book was recommended by somebody. It was around the time of our honeymoon. I tweeted back when that was a thing. And I said, if anyone has any recommendations, please let me know. And I got a few recommendations. And one was the library at Mount Char, and one was this one. And it was by a... It was like a Spanish name, like Eduardo something. Eduardo. Oh man, I can't remember. Eduardo something, and it was. I think the book was something house, like the house on the hill, or the house has eyes.
Something
like that.
Peppers wants to know if I could add
clean.
anything to Dice Shame. What would I add?
What would you add?
Well,
To Dice Shame.
the question went by. Let me look it up again. If you had unlimited resources, would you add anything to Dice Shame / use it to build Dice Shame even more, like make an animated series, etc.? You know what I'd do if I had unlimited funds is I would have someone edit Dice Shame for Harlan. 'Cause that is like an entire day of work every single week. And I don't think he likes doing it very much. That would free you up to do more creative.
You're
fun
very
things.
sweet, but I'll say this. If we had money, what I would simply hire is somebody to promote it.
Yeah.
Because I'm really proud of it.
It's a great show.
But I just don't, I'm not good at selling it. And especially with APs, you got to be way more on top of it. The House of Asterian Short Story, no. It was one story. And it was, I'm pretty sure the first name was Eduardo. It wasn't a super well-known book, I don't think.
Joe, have you read Someone You Can Build a Nest In? No, I have not.
Sounds like a cool name.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
But I do challenge someone to find this book now, Luna. It's also Tim Woods' birthday today.
Happy birthday, Tim Woods. It's also Ash's birthday today.
Yeah, I said it. Ooh,
Happy birthday, Ash.
Gun. 6 bullets.
Finally.
Fucking finally.
Best save him for that monster you know's coming up. The one in the room behind the door.
Could you imagine if it had a boss? These
Good
trees
night,
look like they would
Mizra. Thanks
attack.
for hanging out.
Thank you, Mizra. Thanks for hanging out, Mizra. Oh, Eduardo could be Italian. I don't know. Okay, now I really want to find out. Hold on, let me find
He'll figure it out.
I'm pretty sure I would have bought it on Amazon. It was years ago.
Tempted to start binging Dice Shame tomorrow now. Well,
Do
you're
it.
going to have a hell of a binge ahead of you. We're closing in on episode 300. But they're chompable episodes. They're like 30 to 50 minutes each, I would say. So, if you have a commute, that's 2 episodes a day.
Thank you for the donation, Quinn.
Thanks, Quinn.
You're pretty fucking cool, Quinn. I hope you know that.
Aw, Bram says Dice Shame is so worth the binge.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I bought it with the other one. Oh no, I was way off. The title
it
is not
called?
The House. And I was wrong with the name too.
Very good. That would have been a hard
Yeah,
find.
sorry. It's by Edgar Cantero.
Hey, close.
And it is called The Supernatural Enhancements.
Well, there you go.
So I apologize. Edward Cantero did Meddling Kids. I don't remember who recommended it. No shade to Edgar, but I remember I did not enjoy it. It wasn't bad. I just think I don't remember. I just didn't like it. Does Quinn have a question? Quinn just donated.
I don't know, but Fish Faced Tara requested a John voice for their donation.
Well, Fish Face Terra, I like you very much. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have as John. But just in case you don't, let me tell you this. Life is a gas. Arthur's friend Parker once said that, I think. But who knows? He's dead now.
Split!
Have fun and live every life like it's your last
Your last life?
life.
Mm-hmm.
No more John questions. I just realized I opened a can of worms. It was like gas John answers questions. Parker's dead.
Don't worry, everyone. He's dead. Anyway.
Damn, it's cold. Ho hum, another monster. Should we wrap up soon? Was it the wrap up side?
Oh, Quinn says I did ask a question. Let me take a look.
Let's do it. Let me take a look.
Oh no, Quinn just asked for a John voice.
How am I enjoying this game? I like it, actually, I think. I think the combat is bad. I don't think it's just a matter of me. I think it is a bad...
Yeah, I think it's bad combat.
It's poorly balanced, and being that this is early access, I can see them making a lot of tweaks to it. But I think it... and it runs like ass. But I think it looks really cool. I love that it's just an open world. I kind of didn't realize that it was going to be freeform. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of running around doing things. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil, but honestly a little less annoying than Resident Evil, because I do remember Resident Evil really shoehorning you into stuff. I don't give a shit about the story, but it's a Lovecraftian based Resident Evil. So yeah, I would say it's very much up my alley. I just wish it ran better.
Yeah, it looks very janky. A little jank.
Sledgehammer. Should we get the sledgehammer?
Oh my god, everyone's posting pizza pictures.
Do you want pizza?
Yeah.
Tonight, though? If you want, I will do for you.
You're very sweet.
I would do anything for love. I'd run right into hell in that.
Favorite cheese?
Who's it? Who?
What's your favorite cheese?
Me?
Yeah.
This is a question from Kofi.
Peppers. It's
All right,
peppers.
peppers.
I don't know, man. I love all cheese. I like a Havarti.
I don't really like it anymore.
I like a Gouda.
But for a long time, I really liked that cranberry goat cheese.
You don't like it anymore?
I mean, it's not... I
Wow.
don't crave it as much.
I'm updating my personal knowledge of
I'm
you.
updating my dating profile. Must love cheese.
Oh, Quinn said, not a question necessarily, but is there any way we can have John and Arthur wish all of us working on finals good luck?
Oh.
John's rooting for you voice is the best motivator.
Listen. Finals might seem like they're difficult. Of course, they are. Of course. But you can fucking do this. Yeah, you can. No matter how much you think you have to scrimp and study those books. Scrimp? I'm on something here. Right. You have the capacity to do wonderful things. Never doubt that. It's true. And I just spit on myself.
Oh, no.
Arthur does have a college degree. But not canonically. You can do this. Well done. Asked a question
Yay.
earlier. I may have just missed the answer while working, but can we rank the top 3 worst fathers in Malevolent? No. I mean, well, Arthur's number 1. Well,
Larson, right?
I would
Larson's
probably
number
say-
1.
I don't know. I'd probably say Kane. Wait.
I don't really think about Cain as a father.
Right, but technically he is.
Yeah, I guess so, but well, no. Listen, Nyarlathotep's a father. I
Right.
don't know if Cain
Technically,
is.
Azathoth is a father too. All right, I will say, yeah, Larson,
Larson's
Kane, Arthur.
pretty terrible.
I don't think Arthur was a bad dad. Sorry. Well,
Well,
no, I don't think he was a bad dad. He was just a
he just fucked up really bad.
selfish person. I think that's an easier way to put it, or the easiest way to put it.
Eddie, surprisingly, terrible father.
No, Eddie, surprisingly, wonderful.
Wonderful father.
God, what a good man.
We'll never know.
Well,
That cab driver,
2:33.
bad daddy.
I'm a good daddy.
I don't.
Random question, but do you think the podcast could work in video game format? Yes, I would love it. I want to do a point-and-click adventure game. PNC
And you may yet.
G. I know.
PCAG.
PCAG. PCAG. All right, we need more of this scum. Maggot.
Lorik, great father.
Scum sucking maggot. Lorik?
Mm-hmm.
You must go to the world of blah, blah, blah. He was so funny.
Yeah.
He came to me in a dream.
Lorik did?
Yeah.
There's a guy creeping on you.
He started fucking with some stuff. Thank you for the donation, Snip73. Interesting name. Okay, I'm pretty sure. What? Ooh. Pretty sure I saw one of the basements on the route around here.
Snip said, signed up to my second uni entrance exam with this stream in the background.
Aw.
Thanks for the accidental motivation. Haha, wish me luck.
Oh, you're gonna do great.
Good luck.
You
You're going
got
to do
this.
amazing. We believe in you.
We believe in you so much. We believe in a thing called love.
Blinky, the ultimate dad. I think Blinky's non-binary, actually.
That's true. Well, I am glad that I took the walking is sneaking perk.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Imagine Malevolent as a text game to preserve the John eyes thing.
Oh, that'd be kinda fun.
funny. There'd definitely be an aspect like
I'm
that.
cowboy. I love that. I fucking watched Big Ol' House of Fun like, I don't know,
Yeah, he loves it.
4 times from start to finish. And the cafe one. And a bunch of their YouTube shorts. Oh no, go away. I don't like you. You're annoying.
Eat hook. lady.
Eat sickle?
Squickle.
There's another bit of basement.
A
That-
slice.
Yeah. Another bit of like red vininess that I'm trying to remember where it was. I mean, why am I asking you? You don't even know where it
I have
is.
no
I was gonna say,
clue.
you'd be like,
Come
I have no
now.
fucking idea.
But I do know that your madness is creeping.
But
If you pull out your
it doesn't
lighter, I
seem
think it
to
helps.
fix outside. I figured the sunlight helped, but it doesn't.
There's no sunlight out here.
There's no sunlight when you call. Oh, was it? No, it wasn't. Where was it? Ah. It's on there.
Aw. Silliness aside, he loved Furrow so much. All his time taking her to the park every day and teaching her music and getting extra help, tests, to care for her shows how much he cared. So true.
It's so true.
Joe, do you call it madness or do you call it love? Always love. Oh, only rest regains sanity. The light just prevents it from getting worse in the dark areas.
Oh, great. How do we rest?
You gotta have his little sleep.
Only rest regains sanity. Oh, that's what you just said.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that box? Well, I really hate games that do this too.
The sanity stuff?
The forced filter when you're like losing. Yeah, it's just it's an annoying way to play. Constantly like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just takes me out of the game. Makes me feel like I'm, fighting against it. Have I played Slay the Princess? No. Wait, I say because it would be a good one to play on Spooky Stream. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would like it very much. I'll be honest. Heard a lot of good things. I know, like Peppers loves it. I know a lot of people like it. I don't really like text adventure games or graphic novel, I should say. And it doesn't really appeal to me, frankly. But I've heard good things, and I'm sure it's amazing. And I am glad it exists. You know? Good things should
Did
exist.
Daniel get ranked on the worst fathers list? I'm
No.
so curious. No, I don't think Daniel's that
Not a
bad.
bad father. Daniel, and it's so funny because, like, I have my hang-ups with Daniel, too. But, like, he's just a human.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, his big sin is just being a...
Kind of a prick.
Yeah, not even kind of a prick, just a human. The amount of, shit that humans do to each other on a daily basis. Especially given the time period he's in.
Listen, Daniel's... So, Bella's mother passed away. Bella passed away. And then
Who said I'm going to go pace so I can calm down? Oh no, what do they react to?
I don't know. And then a couple years later, Furrow passed away. Like, everyone in Daniel's immediate life was taken from him. He had a real rough go of it. You know, he's alone now.
Yeah. I sympathize with Daniel quite a lot.
Yeah.
How do you rest?
Jump on the bed. Jump, jump,
I
jump.
don't want to go to sleep. Shut the door. Turn off the grab. Oh,
Peppers says, honestly, I expected him to be way more mean to Arthur. Bella deadass died, then Furrow died because of Arthur's negligence. Like...
it was the this reset it. I
Oh.
turned on the gramophone and it totally reset the whole thing.
There you go. Game saved.
Yeah.
Tons of fathers in Malev have either killed or otherwise caused the deaths of their children. Being kind of a jerk doesn't get you ranked high in this show.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, just kind of a jerk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the other thing about Slay the Princess, because I've said this a few times, and I'll just finally put it to rest, I'm not going to play it on stream because it's also way too dialogue heavy for a game that, even if I loved it, it's like a 90% listening game. I'm never going to play a 90% listening game because then I just don't talk, and then
we fall asleep, and
then
you
I fall
guys
asleep.
don't want that.
Yeah. If I was in Daniel's position, I would be meaner to Arthur. Yeah, for real. Listen, Arthur is a total piece of shit from Daniel's perspective. Like, you have to understand this guy's life, right? Like, the one time we hear Daniel, and he's kind of like, you know, talking to Arthur, and he's like, you know, life is loss, and blah 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 blah, and he's saying like this kind of like quote unquote cruel stuff. The amount of shit that Daniel has been through, even at that point, you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's completely understandable.
Yep.
Where do those skulls go, do you think? Oh, there's a map. I knew that. Okay. What? Oh, I have more talents that I never figured out.
Don't even worry about it.
Whoops.
You're getting them now.
Whoopsie. I mean, reduces stamina consumption of melee attacks would be huge. Increased lockpicking skill would be really nice.
Because ours is reduced right now.
Yeah. Talkative. I don't care about speech right now. Occult skill doesn't seem useful. Insanity resistance would be nice. Let's go with that. Are these all the same? Okay, let's go with that. And let's do that. I find those the most annoying. Trying to attack. And then journal. The lighthouse. Is it on the map? Okay, how do I get down there? That bridge was out. That's what I got stuck on. Let's see. Daniel,
The thing I like about Malevolent is that characters who are not very nice or even relatable sometimes are still well written, and they're good characters and they're fun to listen to. You know what I mean?
Are you saying that, or did someone
me.
say that? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. For instance, Arthur is a very flawed protagonist. That doesn't mean that I'm not rooting for him.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I mean?
true. I root for Arthur. Just like real life. People can
and
disappoint you.
while I don't agree with Daniel in a lot of ways, specifically the religiosity of him, and also, you know, how he treated his daughter to a certain extent, I think he's a fantastic character to have been introduced to Arthur's life at the time that we see it, you know, to see them reconcile to a certain extent. It's just good writing.
Well, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Thank you for the donation, Insignia.
Aw, thanks.
Insignia.
Guys, Malevolent's a good story. So sad that it's over. Because Arthur got turned into jam.
That's true. Paste, please.
He's a finely minced
How
paste.
did we get here? So this bridge is out. And then if I come around, this is blocked. This is blocked.
Honestly, as someone who has a complicated relationship with my own parents, I love the complexity of Arthur and Daniel's relationship so much. Absolutely.
Mildly hard question, sir.
Oh.
Is there any moral talk in Malevolent you hardly share? As in, it's accurate to the character that tells it, but it's not really something you agree with. Whoa.
Great question.
That's a great question. That's from Nicorish? I think that's your name. Like licorice? Oh, this would be the door that's open. Is this open now?
I mean, like the way that the hag was essentially trying to manipulate John.
Yeah, that's a great way. That's a great example. Yeah, like the hag. Well, to a degree, the hag's not like totally wrong either. Like she's just coming at it from a really, monstrous perspective. She's just like, you're a elder god, be an elder god. You know what I mean? Not the subtext part, obviously. Right. But I mean, in like the literal sense that she says stuff.
Sure.
The seer, maybe.
She has no love lost for humanity.
Seer. That's who we should have gone back to. The stupid seer. I ran right past her too. Yeah. So, but I would say definitely the witch's philosophies I don't agree with. I
was re-listening to The Nightmare recently, and the scene where James is coming at Arthur about leaving Bella in the hospital while she gives birth. That was really poignant for me. I was like, oh dang.
Why?
I guess because I see both sides of their argument. Like, same. I recognize that Arthur is being a coward and a bad husband, and he's just being a weak moraled person by failing to be there for her and by not recognizing his own truth soon enough to support someone who really, really needed him.
No, I totally agree.
But at the same time, it's like he can't help that he doesn't love her.
I really like
you know what I mean? It's
definitely
such a twisted struggle.
That one felt very cathartic and difficult to write.
Yeah.
Very self-imposed. But I don't agree with Daniel's philosophy. I don't know. Listen, I think the truth is I could probably empathize with every character, because there's very few, hell, even Cain to a degree. You know what I mean? You're like, I get it. Humanity sucks. Do it over. Also, makes walking please silent. I already have that. Oh, this was that stuff. I mean, lifting of heavier. Oh, damage from behind. I'm thinking either damage from behind or lifting heavier. Damage from behind, probably.
Ooh, lots of people in the chat saying, I'll never forgive him for Bella. I'm sorry. I know how he feels and I know his reasoning and everything, but God.
Yeah, but like...
And then Pepper is coming in. I get that Arthur doesn't want this, but too fucking bad. He put himself in this position and he needs to grow up and support his wife.
Yeah, but... Hey, listen. Life's long. Life's long. All I'm saying, I'm not saying Arthur's a good guy for it. What I'm saying is, like I wrote it because it's a perspective that I could understand. Whether it's good or bad, who knows? Same with Cain. Cain's not a good guy, but do I get his desire to like wipe the slate clean? Yeah, sometimes, especially what's going on in the world. Faye, thank you for the donation.
Thanks, Faye.
But great question, Nicholas. I really like that.
Yeah, very good question.
Wanted to ask to hear from Cain. I do not do Canes. I'm so sorry. Oh, backstab is good. Look at that. One shot, one kill. Cain is a character that...
He's been vaulted for some time.
Yes. I try to keep behind the curtain just because it's a bit too easy to pull him out. Also, doing him is very loud, and my daughter is asleep, so I also don't want to do him. But thank you so much for the donation, and if you have any questions or a voice that's quieter and not Cain, I don't mind doing one for you.
Fishface Terra says, does Yog-Sothoth like yogurt?
No.
I guess because of the Yog. Faye asked if you could buy Arthur a pizza, what would it be?
He's a basic boy.
Yeah.
He's like me. Pep and cheese.
He likes a pep and cheese? I can see that. And then Eclipse has a question that I think I can probably answer.
Okay.
Hi, I just wanted to say that you're the first creator that I bought Patreon for.
Oh, thank
you. And I appreciate Malevolent a lot. I wanted to ask the question of if Bella would ever make an appearance again. It's probably a LIFO answer. Listen and find out.
Sure. I mean, no. I'll just say no. Bella's not part of the story.
Nah.
Bella's background, like as mean as that might feel, it's not.
True,
it's
though.
like, why don't you meet Han Solo's parents? It's like not. Well, that's a bad example because Han Solo's parents don't matter for his character. Why don't you meet? I don't know. Fucking. Whatever. You can make an example yourself. The point is, there's no reason for her to be there. I don't know. Well, maybe, I guess. If I ever think of a reason, probably.
Bella can't sit with us. What does that mean?
Bella can't sit with us. Bella, hopefully somewhere nice. Yeah, probably. Hopefully. You'll notice that Kane doesn't really threaten to do anything to Bella.
Probably because he knows that Arthur's like, yeah,
I
whatever.
don't give a shit. Problem is,
Listen.
Bella's a piece of shit, guys.
Yeah, you guys don't even know.
The problem is you've built up this dream girl in your mind. You've created a version of this character that's not how she was. You have no idea. She was the worst.
Some of them
She
have
was
met-
like, "Either get over here," and he'd be like, "Yes, Bella. I don't want to." Just kidding. Could you? But
absolute shrew.
but the thing is, some people are like that,
I
and
know.
like
That's true.
you do only see half the story. Like imagine she was like this horrible person, and like we all see, maybe that's how Bella will canonically be added to the show.
So mean.
Arthur will be like, and I just can't live past what I've done, and the audience and the character he's speaking to will be like, you owe Bella an apology. And he's like, I know. And then she like materializes and she's like, what do you want? He's like, hi, darling. I can't believe you're like, I just write a really shit.
Yeah. Arthur's just couldn't see past her beauty for her terrible personality.
Wouldn't be the first time. It's true. Fandom has made up their own characters for those who aren't in the story.
Well, and that's the
I
thing.
mean, it is true. Anna Stanzik. I mean, she was in the story, but she's not in this story.
Different story.
Different story. Different time. Graham, calling you out. No, but that's different. That is a character that I did.
Yeah,
Right.
she was, voiced.
No, I totally agree. Yeah. But no, Bella. No, she's not.
Circle of life, guys.
It's the
dead.
circle of life. Blue, 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 blue. Arthur would die immediately upon eating a pepperoni pizza. Bella would show up in a dream sequence and slap the shit out of Arthur. What if we get one of those spooky streams of the game Baby in Yellow? Already played it.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Thank you for the donation, Esther.
Thank you.
You so cool.
I do like that Bella and Arthur were apparently good friends.
Yes. Canonically true. I'm just going to stay here for the rest of the time.
Bella slammed the piano lid down on poor Arthur's hand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with making up your own answers into questions that aren't important to Malevolent's main story. It's just that inflicting the headcanons you made on others and inferring what they mean isn't... Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Actually, that's a good way to put it, Queen.
Yeah.
And to reiterate what Queen is saying, and I agree with, there's nothing wrong with making headcanons of these characters. I love it.
Go your own way.
Yeah. But don't get defensive if I say something like, oh, whatever, Bella's blah, 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 because you've made this version of Bella in your head to be this hero. Maybe she is. I don't know. Oh, that's where
She could be a wicked stepsister for all you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Either way, doesn't really matter. Important thing is, I found the way past
The mountains, Gandalf. Any other
Bella
questions?
smoked the entire time she was
Yeah,
pregnant.
and drank heavily.
That's right.
Bella hated having a baby.
It was only wine, though. It wasn't even martinis. so-
Honestly, though, I didn't put much thought into it. I would love to think about actually canonically how Bella, but I don't think it will ever put in the show, so I don't want to ruminate. But listen, here's what I will say, and I do feel like this is true, and this is the way I would write it if I had done it, which I probably won't, but I might. Arthur, the reason Arthur fails as a father is that he's singularly devoted to what he sees as the most important thing in his life, which is his music.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it's a sore spot for him. Yeah, I don't know. Bella could be one of two ways. She could be similar, because she's a seamstress, that the two would be relatively neglectful as parents. You know what I mean? Or what I kind of see more is that she would end up probably resenting Arthur and putting a lot of her love and attention into Faroe because she didn't get to be what she wanted to be, but sort of settles for what landed in her lap. Because this wasn't a planned child. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but it's interesting because there's a degree that, you know, perhaps the stronger she pushes to kind of be her own person and career woman and all that kind of stuff, who knows what kind of version that would have crafted from Arthur and Daniel. Yeah, okay. There you go. That's good, Luna.
What baby?
I mean, there's a version of that, right? Like, I don't know. It could be. Did you plan out the plot twist with Arthur's parents from the beginning? Oh, yeah. I was like, is that DiCapo? I couldn't remember. Oh, shit. I'm that's going to be answered in the Q&A. You'll have to wait. Die, doggy. Okay, this backstab was a great call.
Do you think Arthur's obsession with his music / art is due to him not only being an orphan and not being used to sharing, but it being an instrument to pour his grief into a more healthy way?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's smart. Oh, that's probably that one.
Quinn also says Bella coming from a decent amount of money versus Arthur's very poor upbringing would definitely play into their dynamic a bit. They can both relate to religion being forced upon them, but their childhood and life experiences make it hard for them to relate to each other.
I mean, listen, my view of Bella is always going to be different than the way that other people view Bella. Let's just say that, for many reasons. I have an archetype that I'm sort of using for Bella that I have a thought in my brain. So yeah, it's yeah. I mean, yeah. But either way, that's the beautiful thing about perspectives.
Yep.
And that's the beautiful thing about flawed characters is that they're beautiful.
Complex.
My pulse hammering away unusually strong.
Who would win in a fight, Arthur or Ethan Winters? Who's Ethan Winters? Got a good name. Is that the guy from what's it called?
I have no idea.
From Resident Evil?
No. Not that I know of. Not any Resident Evil I've seen. None that I've seen.
No, no, I've seen, sir. I'm gonna drop some of this shit. I got the ritual skull. Let's run. Ah.
My view of Bella is nothing. I have no thoughts. And then the response, my thoughts are dead over a decade ago.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's...
Yep.
I mean, for better or worse, yeah. That she is meant to be just backstory for Arthur's character. Like, you don't have to like that, but that's the true... I mean, that's why she exists. So... Sanity healed. Hazak. Husak.
honestly the same way that
Is this a villain?
Bella would be if she was still alive, frankly. We find Arthur on the cusp of a new story that he's about to embark on, right? In the office. He picks up the book, he reads from it, he goes blind. He starts a new story for himself, right?
Right.
If Bella was at home waiting for him this whole time, I don't think we would ever see her in the story of Malevolent. You know what I mean?
True.
I don't think, like, obviously the fact that she's passed away and that their daughter's passed away does a lot for...
She's not intrinsic to the story.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree. By
Her
design. It's not.
absence does a lot for Arthur's character. It explains the way he is.
Yes, but it's not her
But
journey.
even if she was alive, I don't think we would see her in the story because that's not the story that Malevolent is telling.
Agreed. In fact, there could have been a variant of the story where she is alive, but they're just like divorced.
Well, that's what I mean.
And we see like,
Arthur
a random,
would be different, but Malevolent would still be happening,
Yeah.
and we still wouldn't talk to her.
we see like a random scene when they're in New York where they're just bitterly talking to each other, and you know what I mean? But I mean, think about it. It would have been the same. She would have been like, probably would have ended with her being like, I'll never forgive you. And he's like, I know, I'll never forgive myself. And then they'll walk, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not a... And the irony of it, or the interesting part, is that a lot of people here hold her with such high regard because she died. Whereas had she existed and I presented her in the way she probably would have been, which is bitter and cruel, for just reason, people probably would have felt more angry towards her. You know what I mean? Been like, ugh. It's just interesting. Look at this character, though. Beast. What do we think?
Probably a beast. Divorced in the 1920s? Absolutely, it happened.
I
For
mean, I
sure.
think that would probably be a point of contention, frankly. You know what I mean? Like, they
People
would have
didn't
been
like it,
divorced,
but it
and Daniel
totally
would have been
happened.
like, I can't believe, and Arthur would have been like, I wanted to try to make it work, but...
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's where he was going to marry her just because, he had to. Silly Lad donated some money.
Thank you.
Thank you, Silly Lad.
Should we
Ethan
call
from
it soon?
Resident Evil. Yeah, you're getting sleepy.
Been over 3 hours.
Because we want to give the people what they want.
I know. It's been a while since we have streamed, and I've been having a fun time.
Well,
Esther
this is a save
said,
point.
"Is Yorick as fun to voice as he sounds? Upon my re-listen to the show, I couldn't help but think he and Kane seemed like the most fun to voice. Who's your favorite to do?"
Kane is exhausting. It's just a really energetic time. Yorick is fun. Neither really factor into voicing fun, but both are very fun to write. Yorick probably more fun to write. Just because there's a quirkiness to his sort of socially unaware perspective where he just sort of jumps in. If you donated, Silly Lad, or anybody that has a question, throw it in now because we're going to wind down and I'll answer any last minute questions. But yeah, I would say Yorick was really fun to watch, fun to write. Voice wise, I suppose Kane is more fun to do, just more energy. Ethan is from Resident Evil. Arthur would win because I like Arthur better. Yeah. Oh, I'll release it soon. Oh, Silly Lad said, "Hey, sorry if this is too much, but could I get some encouragement from Noel if it's not too much to ask? And my brother wants to know where Noel was sent after episode 2. I am sorry, your brother cannot know. You have to listen. But why not? Hey, Silly Lad, listen. You want a little bit of encouragement? Let me say this. You don't need encouragement. You don't. You got it right here, bud, in your heart. I know you can't see where I'm pointing, but that's where I'm pointing, okay? Everything you need to get through whatever hurdles, whatever obstacles lay in front of you, you have. You have the power to do that. You really do. You just got to believe in yourself. There's an old adage they say, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. But you want to hear the truth? Fake it till you make it is a thing that can save you sometimes. Whether it be thinking that you can achieve the next great hurdle in your life, or thinking you could pass a test, or thinking that you can just survive another week. If you fake it for long enough, I promise you one day you're going to wake up realizing that you've accomplished a lot more than you ever thought was possible. You just got to believe in yourself. It's a bit of faux confidence, as they say. You pretend, and before you know it, your pretending becomes a reality. So, you got it. You got it in here. You got it. All right, how long did you think about Arthur and John before writing Malevolent? Not at all. Came out as I was doing it.
Although you had the concept sort of figured out for like 10 years beforehand.
Oh, yes. Like the framework of the world and stuff.
Yes.
Liz, thank you for the donation. Is that our Liz? Oh, Jess, thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Let me just see if we got it.
This is very kind and helping a lot. You're welcome. For Jinx, or whomever said that. I miss him too. But he's dead.
No extra questions.
No extra questiones? I'll give one more minute just in case Jess or someone is typing up a question. I want to make sure that I give a fair shot. But in the meantime,
thanks for
I will
joining us
say,
tonight,
yeah,
everybody.
ladies and gentlemen, non-binary friends, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. This was a lot of fun.
It's been
I
great.
liked that game. I did. It just needs a little bit of polish, but
It's twerking.
I really enjoy spooky streaming on games that just kind of let me poke around, prod around. It lets my mind wander, allows me to interact with the community a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, not heavy
It's
text.
a real specific vibe.
Yes. I really like it.
Yeah.
I attached it to the dono. There we go.
I don't see the donation yet.
Maybe I need to see it. Maybe I need to privately see it.
Yeah. If it's public, I don't see it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I don't know how to access this. Wow. You guys have done
What's the most exotic food Arthur's had as a 1920s guy?
potatoes with a little bit of spice on them.
With a little cracked black pepper.
Oh, that was her question?
Yep, that
okay,
was
well, then
it.
I'll answer it legitimately. I'm sorry. Okay.
The most exotic food Arthur's had as a 1920s guy. Thanks, Liz.
I feel like, I mean, you know, probably some, like, I don't know much about the history, but obviously, you know, like Boston and New York and then Arkham, you know. Oh, thanks, Liz. Probably had a lot of, I mean, not probably, absolutely had a lot of immigrant communities, you know, a lot of Italian Americans coming in, a lot of Irish and all that kind of stuff. So I would imagine it was some, like, yeah, like Italian or Puerto Rican or some dish like that had like spice, you know, because like a lot of palettes from like Ireland.
He had
UK
a plantain once and it blew his mind.
something like that. I don't know enough about the timeline and the cultures that were there, but I would love to think of like Arthur eating some variant of like a taco.
You know what?
You
You
know
know
what
what
I
it
mean?
was? You know what it was?
What?
He went over for dinner at the Yangs.
Oh no!
And
Don't do that. That's too
and
sweet.
Mama Yang.
No, it's
No?
too that they're gonna explode. No, it wasn't. It was not. It was
All right.
it was a street vendor.
It was just a real spicy hot dog
Yeah.
one time.
Otherwise, people will go nuts.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Just a pinch of peppers.
Oh, good. Just 2 pinches of
He
peppers.
goes to McDonald's. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Very last unicorn. Well, thank you so much for all the donations. This seriously meant a lot. Yeah, Joe and I are
Thanks, everybody.
in
That
the
was
process
really nice.
of yeah.
Nice to hang out with you
But
guys.
it's really nice to hang out as well too. Yeah.
Yep. Be good. Have fun.
So I'm just reading. I really like the relationship between how Arthur never really having a normal relationship to view and had no clue how he might have acted with Bella. Like he never saw how couples worked, maybe. I mean, there's a lot of meat there. Who knows? Maybe we'll see it on a long enough timeline.
What if Arthur had a really good relationship when he was in like his like teen years? You never know.
You never know.
And that
What
was
if
the one
Arthur
that got
had
away.
diarrhea?
He does though all the time.
Let's find out. All of season 6
That's
is
what
the
the dark
diarrhea
world
season.
is.
That's the dark world.
It's the diarrhea, world.
Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary friends, have a wonderful Sunday night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And as always, we will see you around the table.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.